What is up, everybody? Jet the Jenga God here with Charles, and we're going to be your guides through this top 64 action.
Yes.
The quad stream, the quad.
Yeah, four in top 64.
In top 64.
That's going to be crazy because I know we've been kind of getting our feet wet with the commentating of the quad stream, and I did a couple of the round 1 pools, and sometimes in the beginning it's like, all right, well, that guy's getting 3 stocks, this person's getting 3 stocks, but now we're in top 64, so I feel like almost every single match is just going to be it's going to be very hard because there's going to be so many good matches, right? But we're going to try our very best to bounce between all 4 and give you guys all the action, let you guys know what's going up with everything that's going to be happening in top 64. This tournament is so stacked. I mean, pretty much everyone here except MKLeo. So, ton of fantastic talent, and I mean, a lot on the line too, right? 6 summit spots.
That's a lot of summit slots. I mean, it is
a lot.
This is the way everyone wants to get in. Like, you get in, you prove yourself, you show, I got in because I beat this guy, this guy, this guy.
Right.
You can show them the body bag of how you got into Summit. Whereas, if you got a campaign, that's the hard way. A lot of people.
Or LCQ.
Or LCQ.
With only 1 spot, right? Like, that's the difference between a lot of, I mean, nowadays there's other LCQs that have more than just, 1 qualifying spot. But most of the time, especially for Summit, the last 1 or 2 qualifying spots are just LCQs with another tournament, right? So that's
when those killers come out.
Oh, yeah. And of course, when the killers come out, you need some food. So, of course, I need some Papa John's here, man. Remember, gaming's always better when you level up with Papa John's, man.
Absolutely. And if you go to bts.gg/Papa John's, you're going to get a 20% off by using the code Papa John's Smash. And that's going to be a great way to fuel up. Make sure you have that energy ready for this top 64 matches. I'm sure the players will be in here getting their Papa John's if they need it. And also, in addition, there's a giveaway. You heard all this stuff on the giveaway? They're giving away $150 Papa John's gift card, a case of Red Bull, exclusive BTS merch, and more than $400 HyperX gear. If you go ahead and go to bts.gg/giveaway or !giveaway in the chat, you'll find it, you'll get it, and maybe you'll get something good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so much things. I mean, $400.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot. I'm down.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's like halfway to a PC, maybe all the way to a PC, depending on your budget. It's good stuff.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, shout out to Papa John's. This is the last tournament for Papa John's of the year for Smash. So when you go ahead and do that giveaway, there's also a survey to let Papa John's know how they did for their, being with Smash for the first year.
Yeah.
And, I mean, shout out to Papa John's. It's such a big deal for the Smash community, right?
I feel like that's like the first, big, really big group that was like invested in Smash. And I love to see it. Love to see them here.
Yeah, and I mean, if we can help them out in any way, they're definitely helping us out, right?
True.
Definitely return the favor. Shout out to Papa John's, man. Really taking care of the Smash community. But let's get into it. Look at this already. We got Lemon versus Riddles, and this has to be in the loser side because Riddles got upset, right?
Yeah, Riddles did get upset by Desmona. That Steve came out, and now Lemon is going to have their hands full. I mean, Lemon, great player from the PNW, so no stranger to difficult matches. They got all kinds of regionals and tournaments up there, but Riddles is going to be a beast in and of himself. I mean, going on the Terry, interesting. We're not seeing the Kazuya. I'm wondering if this is just a matchup thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because Riddles has been on like I'm just going to Kazuya no matter what. Now kind of flipping back to the Terry. Could be because of the performance from yesterday, maybe feeling more confident on the Terry. As I say that, the SD... Oh, no, the side B coming out instead of the up B there for Riddles. So, unfortunate SD, but we're just going to even things up here, 2 stocks apiece.
Absolutely. And I got to comment on a couple other matches that are going on. Oh, my God. Has he spikes real quick, making me shut up a little bit. But we have Batman in the bottom right. Batman Nito coming from SoCal is another fighting game character player, another Kazuya. And And it's crazy because also in the top right, Chavez is also another Kazuya player. We're going to have approximately
Mishima.
3 Kazuya Mishimas on screen right now. Granted, if Riddles is going to switch to that character.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe not.
That, okay, not quite it, but it looks like Riddles is going to clean this one up here on the ledge trap. I mean, 2 stocks, mid% here. Going to be rough here for Lemon. But look at, we also have Dark Pit and Luigi. I actually saw mine compete yesterday, was knocked into the losers from Big D, but actually put up a really good fight and had the matchup knowledge against Big D. Had some very Ice Climber specific tech. So impressive stuff coming out from mine. But now up against Caesar here. on the Dark Pit. But wow, look at Caesar. Like, this Dark. Oh, that was clean, though. Up tilt to uppy. All right.
Yeah, mine actually had to beat a bit of a bracket demon to come in. Jangy is a NorCal Belmont player, and I think was up 3-0 on mine before this, but mine managed to clutch it out game 5 versus her. So really nice job getting into this top 64 on the loser side. But Lemon bringing it back a little bit, 130%, but still, Joker can always make something happen as we see a great combo.
Probably going to have to do it without Arsene. 130 and only half meter here. It's very hard to not lose the stock against Terry because there's literally like 80% of the moveset you can't get hit by it. One of them being jab because jab's just going to go in anything.
Jab, down tilt, up B. Yeah.
Almost any special.
And every special except for back special.
Okay, but we got Andrick as well versus Chavez here. And Andrick, a very, very powerful Falcon player from Mexico. Going to get the stomp here. Both these characters kind of explosive, right? So see who is going to get the better end of that one. Yeah,
Chavez is sort of a bit of an up-and-comer in NorCal. Won the NorCal Arcadian and, been making big moves since then. So excited to see him down here and playing against Andrick. That's a tough match.
Man, a lot of Kazuya and Steve players on the rise as of late. I mean, just really showing how relevant they are in the meta, right? And expanding across multiple regions, I think that's the biggest indicator. But, oh, what a clean, I believe, Nair 1 into the back air here for Andrick.
Yeah, I never see the Nair 1 back air. It's always Nair 1 knee, Nair 1 up air, something like that. But, damn, all right.
Ooh, the charge, of course. And because Chavez was able to just dash forward after that electric, go ahead and charge the up smash, and you're going to auto turn around, so you're pretty much going to get that up smash guaranteed unless there's a platform, right?
Absolutely. And yeah, now it's looking pretty bad for Andrick as he's getting Kazuya Mishima comboed. Oh, misses the spike on the Nair, but still keeps it going with the up air. Good percent here, and now Andrick has to play so careful. You get electric once, only need to confirm.
I like the runoff. Wow. Tried to go for like some kind of runoff after the jab block there, trying to catch Chavez sleeping at the wheel here.
Yeah, runoff footstool is like a combo that I've seen a lot of players use to like combo into something really crazy, but didn't quite work out that time. And now he is in disadvantage versus Kazuya. One big hit could spell it all.
I'm surprised we're actually at Town and City, and I'm very surprised we don't have PS2 on the screen at all.
Usually, what? I didn't even notice that till you said it. Wow.
Yeah.
No PS2.
I just think Town and City is a really strong stage for Kazuya, so Andrick letting it strike to that point, just because about half the time is going to be Final Destination, right? And that's obviously powerful for Kazuya.
Absolutely. I mean, sometimes players are like, all right, we can contest Kazuya on an FD-like stage. Like, as we see in the bottom right, Batman versus Mellow. Mellow playing Snake, and Snake does like FD a lot. So I'm not super surprised, but, Town and City is kind of strange considering Snake kills off the top a lot with up tilt, with, C4, things like that. But almost getting this kill. Nikita's coming out.
Yeah.
Can he dodge it? Nope.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about Kazuya, man. Like, right when you get Kazuya off stage, there's not too many options. Usually Kazuya is either going to try and go high and maybe get a directional air dodge to ledge, but mainly going to go low. And as long as you have something that contests that, and wow, mine going to be able to bring it 1-1 here. But, I mean, once you contest, if your character can contest the low recovery from Kazuya, that's where it usually gets really rough for Kazuya, right?
Yeah.
Like a character like Fox and stuff like that, like you're not going to be able to dip down there really low, but characters like maybe like Falcon or especially Nikita, right?
Yeah.
Nikita with Snake is just a very low risk and just I'm going to get the stock or get damage and really put you in a bad position.
Yeah, I think one of the main counterplays people have against Nikita is they throw out a move that like hits it, cancels the hitbox, but then, obviously Snake has that counterplay where he can reactivate the hitbox by pressing the R button. And Kazuya doesn't really have those quick moves he can use to do anything about it besides up air, and you have to be in a very specific spot to make that happen.
Yeah, and especially with the grenades as well. I mean, as long as Snake plays it safe and there's always a grenade at the foot of Snake, then you can kind of mitigate on some of these combos, right? Like, at least cutting it a little bit short here.
Absolutely. Let's hop up to the top left where we see Riddles versus Lemon on last stock. The power dunk is going to come out, but this is also the Arsene. This is the big chance to make something happen for Lemon, who really wants to represent Galint and make this upset.
Yeah, and it's so important that Lemon doesn't get hit here because you're just going to lose out on your meter, right? And you really want to make it count. The amount of meter you lose from time compared to getting hit is very different. Like, when you get smacked up, you lose so much meter so quick. Like, that's going to be the game, but that also would have been the end of the meter as well, right?
Right. You gotta make the most use of that meter. I mean, obviously, I think playing as vanilla Joker is really important. Like knowing how to secure kills when your opponent's at high percent once you've done the damage with Arsene.
Right.
Also super important, but at the same time, like, that's such a level up. You always want that Arsene to be as much use as possible.
I believe since we are in top 64, everything is best of 5.
All 5s.
Okay. So right now, I mean, Riddles up 2-0 on Lemon. No activity on the top left there. Someone might have to tell, like, hey, yo, this is
yeah, definitely tell them it's a best of 5. I mean, both of them should know because they had to play a best of 5 to get in here.
Exactly.
All of the top 64 qualifiers, both winners
yeah.
and losers were best of 5, so they should know. But, oh, yeah, right now, already, all these matches, I feel like, are so close. Chavez versus Andrick, last stock. Batman versus Mellow, both high percent on 2 stocks. And Mind, well, Mind just sort of cleaned up that hero. But when it was on the pit, it was, like, super, super close.
Right. Like, yeah, the Dark Pit doing a lot better. The hero kind of getting cleaned up here. And I get the idea, right? You kind of like sit back, buff up. You have a sword to keep Luigi back. But mine just getting in and getting the game there. Now up 2-1 in the set versus Caesar.
Yeah, and we see Batman getting some big combos on Snake right now. Is he going to be able to get the job done? Or is Snake going to find some crazy kill in the corner?
Andrick was able to get that second game as well. So now the top right tying things up 1-1 here for Andrick versus Chavez.
Yeah, I saw a stomp knee, I think, to end it. The Falcon Classic.
The classic. It's Stomp Knee is a tale as old as time.
Hell yeah. Oh, and a little bit of comeback happening for the Snake right now. Mellow getting Batman up to high percent, and it's such a chore to get in on Snake as any character, but let alone Kazuya.
Is that it?
No.
Wow, yeah, Kazuya is a very, very heavy man here.
And Town and City is the final. Town and City is back for both of these characters. It was interesting. Both of them were like, "Yeah, we're gonna bring it back. We don't care." Might see the whole set on that one, but the 4 tilt
is gonna do it. Yeah, wow.
What a comeback! He was down. He was at like 120 with his opponent on 2 stocks. So always impressive to see a comeback versus Kazuya, who one hit means death.
So yeah, Riddles was able to take it 3-0 over Lemon. The match is happening so fast that Riddles just put one on the board before we even knew. Oh, they played the first game off stream. Okay.
Yeah, apparently they played the first game off stream. That makes sense. I was like, I definitely was watching. I only saw 2 games. That was, I mean, we'll probably lose track of something at some point, but definitely didn't lose track of the first set.
All right, so Mellow clutching that one up, or Mellow, I should say.
Yeah.
Really Batman could not get that last hit, right?
No.
That last electric, that last final poke. And again, Snake is a character that as long as there's a grenade on the ground, I mean, you might have enough time for like an electric up B, but other than that, you're definitely not going to be doing the crazy like Twitter combos. So
yeah, you got to be really careful with how you try to extend your combos against Snake. He has such good combo breakers with that grenade, as well as just dropping C4 below him. So when you're trying to shark him, it's really dangerous.
Look at this ledge trap, too. Again, even if Kazuya gets back on a stage, wow, utilizing the armor there, going to pick up a bunch of damage. Going high with the recovery, and yeah, I mean, wow, look at that. Look at that movement all the way across the stage, able to catch the electric, the up air.
Let's hop up to the top right where it's last stock already. Chavez versus Andrick is going so fast. The other game hasn't even had a single stock off.
Oh, scoops.
And yeah, that's it.
Very, very powerful move there. And I mean, especially with the raid, right? So Chavez going up 2-1 versus Andrick. And yeah, that's a tough situation to be in because Falcon is not going to have those tools like Snake, right? It's so funny because we have 2 Kazuya matchups and it's like there's 2 different dynamics,
right? The absolute antithesis of each other, yeah.
Right. Because Falcon is definitely a character that has to get up close and personal for any kind of return, whereas Snake kind of play that fade back game and really go off of these straight hits. But it's going to be tough when you're going up against that rage drive, right? Oh,
speaking of rage drive,
yep,
pops it off, and but this is his second stock already. He had to use the rage drive real early, and now, like you said, you tried to go for an elongated combo, he got hit for it, and he even died for that one.
On Town and City with a smidge of rage.
Yep.
And that up tilt is something else. Even Mr. Mishima sometimes can't handle it.
Yep. And okay, mine at 69% against Caesar. He's looking like he's gonna try to make this a 3-1, not letting Caesar get a chance. But
I like the pit coming back out though. Big agree on that.
Pit definitely made a lot more sense. I feel like earlier in the set he was dealing really well with Mine's pressure, and oh man, Mine with a little bit of aggressive down B there. Oh, sometimes people will over-rely on moves that give them like invincibility or things like that, and Mine seems like he's falling into that trap a little bit right now.
Right. Sometimes it's okay to pop the air dodge, not as committal, right? But it was good on Caesar to get the charge on that the up smash to get that stock before. on that platform there. Just that little bit of extra charge was enough, and now even stocks here. Mine could be closing this one out. See if Mine can get that grab opener that Luigi always wants to get. Always high return there.
Yeah, Mine's so good at getting those 0 to deaths. I've seen it time and time again at Guildhouse. Looks like Mellow was able to, I think that was the 3-0.
The 3-0, yeah.
Wow. And just as Joker pops on, oh, the grab. Oh, no 0 to death. I think it was maybe a little bit too far into the corner for him to try to.
Not enough stage.
Yeah, yeah. But Joker on stream on the top left actually named himself that because of Nito changing his name to Batman. This was okay. Marvelous Marco changed their name to Joker. So definitely a great.
This is Marco.
Yeah. It was confusing to me too. He played. I was like, I swear I know you. And he was like, oh, I used to be Marco. I was like, that was it. Yep.
Okay, up against Quandale, of course. One of the stronger Steves here in North America. We'll see what we can do here. I mean, a lot of projectiles going to be available here for Joker, so it's going to be a very big deal. As long as you are able to navigate around these blocks, but you do have the lead here, so no diamond on deck either, at least in the inventory here for Quandale.
Yeah, it seems like Joker was able to come to an early lead, perhaps take the stock with some good confirm, maybe a bomb forward air or something like that, but the scoop, and Joker does fall that time, but still keeping the lead, and Quandale has not picked up that diamond yet, just perhaps saving it for later, maybe not wanting to waste it if he does die early.
Yeah, 85%. This is a tough call here for Steve, right? As the Steve player, because usually, okay, I think that was the second diamond there that I saw. I'm not too sure. I didn't hear the audio cue either, so not too sure. But if you have 2 diamond, usually you would craft it here. But it looks like Quandale wants to just save it. Okay, still surviving here.
And now, catches in the minecart, gets the charged up smash. Shouldn't kill just yet though. And yeah, does off to craft it at 126, but you're right, did have that second one on deck, so not too big of a deal if he dies now. Still has everything he wanted, but obviously, gonna want to try to get that kill. I mean, 91%, that's prime back air death percent to diamond.
Yeah, almost anything will get the KO, but missing the tech there and that forward tilt. One of the better forward tilts. I mean, Toon Link's forward tilt just starting up so high and always just sending in that one direction. Very consistent move. Yeah,
I can catch roll behind him sometimes, which is absolutely crazy. They use it for ledge trapping a lot, and Drift's a little too close on that tether and does get clipped by the TNT. Now we're in the last stock scenario with all of everything Steve could want. He's got diamond, he's got stone blocks, he's got so much iron crafted up, and let's see if it's enough.
Okay, there's the jab here. Okay, another missed tech, and Quandale missing a good amount of techs, taking a decent amount of damage throughout this game here. Slowly chipping away, trying to get up more resources, but yeah, not necessarily running low. I mean, a lot of iron for sure here for Quandale.
Yeah, one thing I want to take note of it, where you said missing techs, is Joker incredible at getting kills off of Mystic. Oh, the bomb covered him, so he didn't know. He didn't know he was picked up by it.
Bring up the smoke screen. Oh, that should be it. Oh no, doesn't get the gets like that sour hit there off the bomb. Interesting DI. Another bomb connect, but not ready to get that forwarder. Just maybe too far away for the follow up.
And here we are. No more iron left. Gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Great DI coming out from Quandale. They're on that bomb. Okay, going back to the ledge here. And yeah, I mean, Joker feels like you can kind of go for these confirms at such a far range here with the bomb, and the forward smash cross stage is definitely going to do it, especially with the diamond.
That's the classic Steve. Oh, I'm so weak. I'm in the corner. Lightning.
Yeah, that forward smash is so deadly. Does not have a lot of lag as well, so not as committal. Definitely still a commitment, but the return is very, very high. And we have a Game 5 set here, Caesar versus Mine, and looks like Mine is looking to clean this one up with a 3-stock. My goodness.
That's my boy right there. Let's go, Mine.
Oh, the edge guard, is it going to be enough? There's no double jump here. You need... Oh, yeah.
He did. That's all right, Sometimes you just don't need a stock. You can move on and try to get this with just a grab. But Pit is zoning pretty well with that. But good combo breaker there. Using that down B the good way, as opposed to the way he was using on the earlier times with landing on top of the stage right above him. And F smash could be in danger here for Mines. Oh, good tag.
Tried to get the body block there, but it was barely not enough. Still keeping the pressure on, though, is Caesar. Okay, finally, Mine getting an opening here, and this could be the stop of the momentum that Mine needs to close this one out. And there is the roll read, the up smash, the noggin to close it out. It's going to be Mine 3-2 over Caesar.
Yeah, Super Saiyan percent there for Mind, and congratulations to him. But, oh, okay. That was interesting.
I was like, yo.
I was like, are we doing this? I'm not sure. But, okay. Yeah, congratulations to Mind, and taking that, moving on to fight, who does he play? The loser of G. I'll find that later. Right now, we got a game going on. Quandale versus Joker. Something you wanted to talk about, you talked about earlier, was the miss in techs. And against Joker, it is so important to tech because he really likes that Zare setup.
Yeah.
And then he gets the jab reset, and forward smash kills you at absurdly low percents, especially because he can like do the double jab reset where he jab resets you with one thing, and then he hits you with the arrow.
Oh, okay.
And then
okay.
it's like extra percent, and the forward smash is very strong. So. Something you got to be wary of, and oh yeah, that's something you got to be wary of as well. Can't go through that without a very active hitbox. It has to come out like a bunch of times, but that one gets claimed.
Yeah.
So,
or you just got to try to outrange it, but that is very tough to do there. So not going to beat out the lava, but going to even things up here. 2 stocks apiece. Is the diamond on deck? I believe it is.
Yeah, there's a diamond. There's a diamond in hand. Not in the back pocket yet though. Still has to charge up a bit for that, but against a character like Toon Link, like you just have so much time because he's not going to kill you. He's not going to kill you right away. He will threaten you with projectiles, but your blocks are so good versus these projectiles because the projectiles just like bounce straight off him. They don't do basically anything, and he's forced to take a little bit of a slower approach and jump over the top, and that's never quick enough to stop you from mining up. So I feel like Steve in this matchup always has a plethora of resources.
Right, when you really force. I mean, usually Toon Link is a character that wants to zone you horizontally, right? But you kind of notice that Joker has to go for more of this vertical zoning, jumping over the wall, trying to throw the bombs down, and it's just not as effective here. It's like Quandale getting a pretty large string already. And yeah, I mean, with this practically entire stock lead, that second stock went so well for Quandale.
I mean, yeah, it's really tough to come back, especially against Steve and a player like Quandale, who is just so prolific at getting his openings and finding those stocks really well. I mean, once again, the 3 minecarts in a row just connected directly with Joker's head. I mean, it's hard to come back when you keep getting hit by minecart. You can't be doing that if you wanna win.
Yeah, absolutely here. And already at 98%, I believe. Yeah, the backup diamond is online here. Get the up B here, gonna chip away at some damage. It's gonna be Joker's main option here. Of course, Toon Link, not a character that can do like too much crazy extended Kazuya combos. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get crazy return, especially when you're fighting Steve. You're mainly going to try to get that chip damage.
The one combo I will say that sometimes we get to see is the like double or triple back air into up B, but that's if your opponent forgot how to DI.
Right.
So right. I don't think Quandale is going to be forgetting how to DI and should be able to make it back here, but barely. I'm surprised Quandale didn't drop a block there, go for an edge guard. It feels like that was a perfect situation to end it off as Joker is sort of bringing his way back into this game. Nope, sorry.
Yeah,
my bad.
Yep. There's the minecart. There is the mine. There was a lot of things, a lot of obstacles you had to avoid there if you were Joker, but it's going to be Quandale going up 2-0 in the set. We also have a SoCal showdown here, Pekko versus Kairos here. So it'll be the Young Link versus the Min, and of course Doorstop and Xavier here.
Yeah, I mean, these matches keep starting, and I didn't even notice that bottom right match has started yet.
Yeah.
But sometimes they just go in fast, and yeah. The SoCal showdown will be really interesting to see. I mean, Kairos, I believe, has lost to Pekko the last 2 or 3 times, but Pekko was like, I don't know, man, he might be due for a win. So it's at majors is always crazy to see like how the local matchups shake down. Like if they're the same as they normally are, or if sometimes there's a little bit of a stage presence, and it makes the matches a little bit more interesting, have a little bit more layers.
Oh yeah, for sure. And there's a lot of even just throughout history, there's a lot of local regions that, oh hey, first on our PR doesn't necessarily do the best at majors. Like sometimes number 5 or 6 randomly does like the best at these big major tournaments, because a lot of it is how well can you operate under pressure, right? When you're at your local, that's a very comfortable spot for you, right? Like you've done it multiple times and stuff like that. But when you come out to these majors, the higher profile players and just what is on the line, right?
Absolutely. I mean, and I feel like it sort of returns a little bit back to that comfort factor when you're playing against somebody you played against a lot. It's like it's sort of like the inverse.
Some weird mix.
Yeah, it's like, all right, well, I'm technically playing against somebody. Oh wow, he just fell out of that up B. That must feel really bad for Kairos. But yeah, it's sort of like that weird mix of like, all right, I play this person all the time, so I'll be like prepared for them. But also it's a different place, and there's people behind cheering, and nice down air ends that stock, and a pretty good job. 8% only on that last stock, but obviously against Min, that could be death at any percent.
Oh yeah, especially Young Link's recovery. At any moment, Pekko could have gotten one offstage interaction, caught the double jump, and that could have been curtains. But I love Kairos using that down air, especially on that small battle or small platform that PS2 has, right? So you're going to be covering multiple options just because that platform is small compared to the other ones.
Absolutely. Xavier taking the first game in the bottom right versus Doorstop. Xavier was playing, you know Varun from NorCal?
Right.
Best Wii Fit trainer in the world. Yeah, he was playing against Varun for literally 6 hours yesterday. Like, they sat down in a setup and just played the mirror for 6 hours straight yesterday. Wow. And Varun was like, yeah, this guy's cracked.
That's cool. That's cool.
Love to see it.
More representation coming out for the Wii Fit trainer. Definitely an underrepresented character in the current meta, but definitely has some stuff.
You think Wii Fit's good?
It's weird. I think Wii Fit has a lot of tools to win, but I wouldn't necessarily call Wii Fit like a top tier. Or
yeah, not like a top tier, but good.
Definitely a very solid character.
All right, for sure. Yeah, I agree. I think Wii Fit's very underrated.
Yeah, especially deep breathing and stuff like that.
Oh, it's so good.
There's definitely a lot of specific things that you can counteract Wii Fit with. Like, I think a lot of people get caught off guard by Wii Fit because Wii Fit's a character where even when you shield pressure Wii Fit, it's really weird because you don't want to cross the character up. You want to stay in front of the character.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of
there's a lot of nuance to the match.
You can throw out. Yeah.
Oh, it's caught in the minecart, and now we see Joker's last chance to avoid getting 3-0'd here by Quandale, and does do so. Okay. Gets that. Bomb to forward air, the classic confirmed for Toon Link. Been around since Toon Link's been around.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean that's going to be one nice thing when fighting against a character like Steve, because Steve has so much return when you're close up to the character, being like any kind of up tilt or just any kind of Randy smash attack you can get hit by, right? So being able to play that mid range and get a confirm off of it's going to be one of the stronger suits. Obviously, Steve can use blocks to kind of mitigate that, of course, but Joker really taking advantage of that and going to have to do that 2 more times to go ahead and claim the set here, but just in survival mode at the moment.
Absolutely. I feel like what you were talking about with blocks, it makes shadowing really important for against Steve. You want to be in that range where if he's like setting up blocks, you're going to hit him for it. You're going to hit him before he can get away from those blocks. And I think that's something that Joker did really well that game, was he stayed in the right position so that anytime Quandale was trying to set something up, he was able to punish it. But right now, Quandale is looking really hot. 117% to 20. I mean, this is a rough comeback to make against Steve.
Yeah, already the damage is done. And because of that, whenever you see a situation like that percentage-wise, well, that means Steve got to mine a lot. Because every time Steve hits an interaction, especially on an opponent that's higher percent, that's even more time to mine. Look, the diamond is already online. I mean, honestly,
he's about to get a second.
Yeah, Quandale could craft this diamond and be fine. You know what I mean? Oh, but wait a minute. Here comes Joker getting something started with these up airs. Tries to get the up smash read there, but not going to pan out. And right now, Quandale even mining up some more resources here. Definitely. Oh, man. Yeah, definitely going to have diamond for second stock and later.
Want to note in the bottom right, Doorstop, 2-stocking Xavier. So coming back after losing the first game, always good to see a little bit of a back and forth. I want to see if we can check out that match in the next round. But Pekko and Kairos are on last stock right now, so let's talk a bit about them. I mean, you talk a bit about them.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. So right now we got the Min, right? And Kairos, the one thing I will say, I would feel like Young Link wins this matchup.
He does.
Just because you outrange Min. Not a lot of characters do that.
Yeah.
But even just like you just put on a lot of pressure, right? And the Nair is so good at edge guarding. So the fire arrow mainly is going to be a real kind of thwart in Pekkam's side here. And the one justification is, can you get that 2-frame edge guard, right?
Yeah.
Can you really abuse Young Link in their worst position? Okay, not going to go for the 2-frame, but great stuff coming out from Pekko. Just getting the ledge trap, catching that normal get up, and closing it out 1-1 here. Absolutely.
And there was just, catching the neutral get up, catching that 1 frame is really nice when you have them at the end of your range from Min, because it just lingers so long. It's like, all right, I shot my arm out, and it stays there, and oh, you got up, sorry, too early.
Right. You can even throw out like the first arm to almost check the ledge jump, and then it's like, oh, you didn't ledge jump, and I'm seeing you do your normal get up animation. Let me send the second arm on reaction, right? So Min, obviously a terror off stage, but can also be a terror in that corner situation, in that ledge trap situation, all the way from downtown to being from center stage. So that's, obviously the such a huge strength for Min Min.
Yeah, just being able to ledge trap without having to commit to it is huge. Because a lot of characters, when they're ledge trapping, if they miss, they like get hit with a big punish. But like for Min Min, it's like, all right, I missed. Let me just back up and reset, and you're still nowhere near me.
Yeah.
And it does look like Quandale takes that set over Joker with a 2-stock there. Unfortunately for Quandale, wasn't able to. Unfortunately for Joker, wasn't able to make that happen, but did get the game on the board. So still a good showing. And yeah, I mean, right now Pekko, he did catch that 2-frame you were talking about. Kairos died super early.
Yeah.
And that's.
Oh no, man.
That's another one.
This is what happens when Young Link doesn't get back to the stage.
Yep.
Does not have a good time here. Gonna have to really buckle down. And I mean, I noticed Pekko opting to go with the megawatt even at that earlier percentages. Usually see the megawatt come out at that when it's time to take a stock. But I think that really slow meaty option to kind of go through these projectiles, maybe pressure and clank out some of the fire arrows and the boomerangs here.
Yeah. And on the bottom left, we have Strix versus Colorado, and this isn't a last stock situation. Strix on the Roy here has been having a little bit of trouble with Colorado, and we don't see the up throw up air. Wasn't the correct percent possibly, but now the ledge trap is happening.
Ooh,
Is that a double jump?
Yeah. That meaty forward air, and that such a good tool for Inkling. I feel like almost one of the reasons why Inkling fell off is because I feel like so many Inklings before just really relied on the back air. Colorado, a player that has stuck with Inkling for quite some time. One of the few players that have really stuck with the character, because Inkling was a very strong year 1 character, but
yeah,
almost felt like quote unquote fell off, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say straight up fell off, no quote unquote. Like in terms of results, right? Like it's factual. But sometimes a character like has strengths that let you still persist, even though like people have stopped playing them. I feel like Ness is a good example of that, where like people are like, oh, Ness, they get worse as the game goes on. But then we see like the results, and there's so many good Ness players nowadays that are just showing up and showing out. How their character can fight through all the adversity.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Inkling has definitely gotten some buffs here and there, right? The neutral B and stuff like that. I believe forward tilt also got buffed. So there is definitely a lot of potential for this character. Still a very strong neutral character, but I mean, just kind of hasn't aged. The main thing is like, how do you do against Fighter Pass 2, right? I think that's the big blaring question, if your character is relevant or not. And okay, I mean, Colorado is still showing that Inkling has what it takes up against one of the stronger relevant characters, right? Roy. I mean, a character that we see very prevalent, especially in North America. One of, if not the best speedster / rushdown characters, right? That gets like a crazy amount of return when you get in.
Yeah, I think it's just a very consistent character that a lot of people have, picked up as like, all right, I need a character that will, that'll reward me for reads, reward me for being able to figure out when my opponent is using defensive options too often. And I want to note in the bottom right, Xavier took another game there, so it should be 2-1. We got to watch the end of this last one.
Oh yeah,
where
for sure.
I don't want to miss any more of that one. But yeah, Colorado Strix is looking interesting. I mean, Strix, even with that early SD, is sort of bringing it back a little bit. 85% is kind of a lot, but at the same time, it's versus Inkling, a character that has been known to struggle with kills if you don't, land a roller or land a good read off stage.
And this is where you're really strong. You actually want to deal damage to Inkling because the up throw up air becomes way less consistent with rage, right? So that's another thing that I think is so rough for Inkling. You're not a character that really operates really well with the rage, but if you get the edge guards, this is a character, I mean, when Inkling was very relevant, one of the big reasons why is because the edge guarding was so strong, or the ledge trapping, right, with the splat bomb setups and all that stuff. So if you're really able to push those advantage states and get so much value, especially against a character like Roy with such a bad recovery, right?
Yeah, I'm really loving the meaty fair usage off stage as like a I'm putting this out here, and if we trade, cool, you're still dead. Like it's been a really good usage so far by Colorado, and let's see if we're gonna go for it again. No, just sets up the ledge trapping with a splat bomb into the down smash, and double trouble on that ink, and you're covered and you're gone.
Oh yeah, and that is the classic, the down smash to force, and like you're just charging it up as well. The down smash can hit below the ledge, and the splat bomb explosion will also just hit you below the ledge and can pop you into the down smash with Colorado, showing off not only the powerful edge guarding, but as we mentioned earlier, the splat bomb ledge trapping also very, very strong. Whenever you're doing a ledge trap and you can have some kind of item or some kind of other thing in your kit threaten another option, that's when you can really start covering multiple options. Something like a Diddy Banana, or even like we see here, Kairos using the bombs and the boomerang setup. And it looks like we might see a game 5 here. Kairos up 2 stocks to 1 low percent on Pekko.
Wait, hold on a sec. Sorry, I'm confused. Who did
peek?
Karama lose? Okay, that's a winner's match. Thank God. Okay.
Okay.
I was having a minor panic attack that we saw Karama versus Vendetta here because Karama, NorCal's like sweetheart. I love watching him play.
Really coming out.
Yeah, Luis, Karama, killing it. Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, Karama, he's been doing so well recently, and versus Vendetta, this is gonna be a really interesting matchup. Vendetta, coming from the East Coast, doesn't get to fight Karama at all, basically. So it'll be interesting to see how that happens.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, having so many different multi-hits, right? And Karama, as you mentioned earlier, just being on a tear.
Oh yeah,
on a tear. So many top 3s. I mean, second at Port Priority as well. Obviously, the big one was Lud's Invitational, getting a 3rd place, I believe, only losing the 1st and 2nd. So incredible stuff coming out from Karama. Has always been known as the on-hit Mario, the combo master, and really just so much improvement to the neutral and advantage state. And then on top of that, the combo game was already there for Karama. So I feel like the other pieces were missing from the puzzle, and Karama is slowly filling that out. But the strong piece, the combo game, is there and still remains there as well.
Nah, I'm just gonna say it. Karama was always this good. He just didn't travel.
That's fair.
He just like, you just notice there's a massive gap in his tournaments, and he just wasn't there. He was just winning every single thing in NorCal besides against Luis. But yeah, he was always that good. I'm a little biased, obviously. But yeah, he did clean up the neutral a lot, So it's good. It's really good to see his advancement as a player. But right now, Pekko almost getting this edge guard on Kairos. Did he go for the downer? He got it. Wow, what a conversion there. Getting that down air and
feeling out 3-1.
He was at 193 to like 50.
Like, to clutch out like that is so hard to do, especially in tournament, especially when Kairos, had like the last 2 to 3 encounters, and it almost feels like, dang, we're at Mainstage. Like, this is the one that like super matters, right? And being able to clutch up, nice job to Pekko there, and really bringing that one back. And who knows what would have happened in Game 5. So that dare was so clutch.
Absolutely. Speaking of Game 5, we do have one in the bottom right, Doorstop versus Xavier, and Xavier took the last one pretty convincingly, but right now Doorstop is a black screen. Okay, cool. Right now Doorstop is a little bit ahead, and it's always dangerous, though, to play against a Wii Fit trainer with that deep breathing. The Kaioken is online, and it's scary setting up this ledge trap with the, like you talked about, having something there, just another extra thing that covers an extra option. Well, that soccer ball makes it so all of your hitboxes linger so much longer.
Right, yeah, and it's not what you want. Essentially, it gives your opponent more time, and that's why even hitting Pikmin off yourself and stuff like that is a commitment, and your opponent can go ahead and make it a lot easier to whiff punish here. It looks like Doorstop being so slippery, and that is what Zerosuit is so good at with the rage and the read. It's going to be the up air that is going to make this 3 stocks to 1 in Doorstop's favor.
Yep. I mean, this is scary. This is really scary for Xavier, on the verge of being eliminated right now if they just get one more read. I mean, Doorstop has been shown to be so proficient at cleaning up these stocks if you just give them the chance. And note in the top left.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. No, never mind. Just one read. And yeah, it goes for that aggressive. That one's a little bit easier to go for than the thing Pekko did. You go for a suicide up B when you're up 3 stocks to 1, even if it's Game 5. Like, you've done that enough times if you play Zero Suit. It's cool.
The positioning was fantastic from Doorstop as well. You saw the flip jump, didn't go for the kick, and notice that Xavier kind of had to drift farther back, right? Because if you drift farther in, you're going to get hit by that down special. And because of that, I love how Doorstop set up that edge guard. You're using the flip kick to really, or flip jump, to make your opponent position in a certain way, and it's like, okay, well, now that you're right to the left of me, let me go ahead and pull the trigger on that up B. Fantastic edge guarding from Doorstop. And let me remind you, edge guarding a character like Wii Fit is not an easy task, right? There's multiple
really
stalls,
difficult.
there's multiple projectiles that can be thrown at you, so fantastic positioning. Obviously, Zero Suit is one of the best edge guarders in the game because you have so many, reverse up B, you have flip jump to kind of stall yourself and reposition yourself. Zero Suit is that character that can kind of like go for an edge guard and it's like, oh, I missed, well, I'm back on stage immediately for my ledge trap, right?
And I'm down smashing.
Yeah.
Oh, you bit? Bye. Yeah. Karama taking this first game in the top left versus Vendetta. Vendetta notably switching off of the Ryu into the Ken. And now it'll be interesting to see if this is a good changeup for them. I know in NorCal we do have Moonboy Josh, who is quite a proficient fighting game player. You know, he plays both of those characters, both Ryu and Ken. But wow, Karama just cleaning up that stock so efficient. His down tilt in the corner is always so threatening. I mean, he always hits that confirm.
And that's the crazy thing about Mario is you just have that down tilt that combos into the back air, right? And I mean, you can catch the ledge hang, you can catch the 2-frame. There's so many different things, or just go for that corner poke there.
And it's so low committal too. Like so a lot of people have moves that, you know, it's like, all right, I miss. It's gonna take a long time for me to recover from this. But no, it's like, oh, I down tilted and I missed. Let me just do it again, or back up, or shield. You have a variety of different options you can mix up after it. And I think one of the big things about a move like that, a kill confirm, is what you can do after it and how long it lasts.
Yeah, and I love Karama actually got a combo earlier and did not go for the up. He just opted for, you know, the up air ladders into the nair and then reset back down and got the back throw to set up the edge guard that took the second stock from Vendetta. So smart coming out from Karama. And again, it's not always about getting the most amount of damage when you're going for a combo. You also have to take into account where am I going to be positioned afterwards for this advantage state. And that's the crazy, like, that's what really separates Karama from the rest. Like, Karama knows when to go for the cross up on the down air for the finisher, right? Or when to just go ahead, get the nair, get the reset, and then position for something else. Karama's so good in that, and you really see it. You saw both sides of the coin in literal back-to-back stocks. Like
I mean, it was like you were like taking this match and you pulled it out to like write a lecture on it. You're like, all right, he's gonna use the reset after. Use the reset after. He's gonna extend his combo fully. Extend his combo fully. Like, it's crazy.
Karama got my back, man.
He does. But yeah, I think there's like sort of three sides to that thing that you were talking about. There's the one where you like reset to neutral afterwards. There's two where you like just sort of let them do whatever they're going to do after their combo, so you can like store that in the back for later. And then there's the other one where you try to get the theoretically optimal punish. So like gaining information is sometimes more important than gaining percent. And
Absolutely.
I think that's a huge, you know, a huge thing that Karama does. And you notice throughout games, like they get less and less close against Karama. He'll you know, beat you barely in game 1, and then game 2 and game 3, it's like, what happened? I got blown up.
Yeah, because Karama also knows, like, oh, okay, I can react to this situation, or I can notice like your certain DI patterns, right? And then just pre-position so I can get even a harder hitting combo, which is just absolutely insane. And I mean, Karama, again, just has been that on-hit monster with Mario for so long. So it's like, it's so funny because everyone is like freaking out about it now, but I'm like, oh man, I've been watching Karama do this in Smash 4. Like.
Exactly. Oh man. So one thing I want to note is in the top right, we have Glug, a SoCal DK versus Shuton, and this is a winner's bracket match. Glug was the benefit of a big upset on Quandale, who lost in the second round to Santos, and then Glug was able to beat Black Twins 3-0 to get out winner's side in top 64. That is right, Donkey Kong is a meta-relevant character, as we see him in winner's top 64, staying even currently ahead against Shuton, a character that I'm pretty sure everybody thinks destroys Donkey Kong.
Yeah, and here's the reason why. There's the double up smash into the up air juggle here.
All right, he just took 79% off of a single hit.
Yeah, that's Olimar. Olimar is high damage all the time. You got to watch out for it. But the edge guard here, and look at that. Catches the high recovery with the forwarder, not even getting the spike.
Yeah, so sometimes, you know, you get the weak hit, and it still does the job.
And ooh, look at this recovery going as low as possible. Picking up a quick 44% on the way out, but Glug, you're still on the ledge here. How do you get out? Goes for the high double jump off the ledge here.
No blue grab, so
nice.
All right, I respect the attempt. You know, when you're in disadvantage like that, you're only gonna have so many more times to use that giant punch. So just using it as soon as possible. Is this 69%?
Oh, not enough rage there, but one more could do the trick. I don't know if Shuton is out of the percentage range here. Maybe if the rage stays low here for Glug, but no, just gonna go opting for that up tilt, getting this damage. Might have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, I think the ding dong is no longer a question, but now, I mean, he just needs one more big hit. We've seen back air and forward air both be kill options, as well as up air, but back air, he's almost there.
Down. Wow, what am I witnessing right now?
I mean,
Oh, and ApolloKage is on Steve as well. Wow,
Yeah.
not even going to go for the snake.
So I did talk to ApolloKage about this before, and he said, all right, I'm going to try Steve, and if it doesn't work, I'm gonna go back to snake. Oh, and right now Glug just takes it. Wow. SoCal, I can hear them in the back popping off because Glug just took game 1 over Shuton in Winner's Top 64.
So wait, what region is Glug from?
SoCal.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, YMC, where you at, man?
I also
Dang.
here.
Oh, really?
I don't know about here, but like,
okay.
They both they're both here in SoCal. Like, all right,
yeah.
We got two crazy good DKs, and then we
Wow,
also
that's
have Pure Salt NorCal, who's also a DK, who's here. So DK's on the rise, man.
Which is wild to think about because DK is a character that I think a lot of community kind of wrote off in the very beginning of the game. So, I mean, it's just one of those things where I feel like the meta of this game is shifting towards, like, how well do you push advantage? And Donkey Kong obviously can get messed up in neutral, can get messed up in disadvantage, but once you start getting things rolling for Donkey Kong, I mean, it hurts. Like, there's a lot of messed up moves you have to deal with when you're in disadvantage against Donkey Kong.
Absolutely. And I will say about the ApolloKage Steve, he did beat MVD in the Steve Ditto at sorry, not in the Steve Ditto, in the Steve versus Snake matchup at what was it, DreamHack Atlanta? Yeah, DreamHack Atlanta. So were you commentating that one?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you know about that one.
Lost the Ditto game 1 and then switched to Steve and then won 3 straight against MVD. So the Steve is definitely ready to go, but this is definitely not the Snake. You know, it's not Steve Snake, right? So I think this is a very different story, and Sen probably going to have a lot more experience versus the Steve here, and just like that, up an entire stock here. And I like Sen using the magnet, just holding the magnet just to get multiple hits from the magnet to go ahead and chip out the blocks here. Yeah,
absolutely. Sen plays against Steve like 6 times a week on the coin box. Every single time. It's just like, all right, I'm playing Steve for the 6th time today. Like, hoop. But he still, I don't think he likes the matchup. So it's still a possibility for ApolloKage to take this. But right now, Sen is just playing so incredibly well.
Sen also has a Steve plays Steve as well. So
he won the like day 1 Steve tournament too. I remember.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was in that. Oh, okay.
Okay, but I've seen Steve do crazier things than bring it back from a 60% deficit. So I mean, one forward smash, honestly, or I mean, what do you call that? Obviously one forward smash is going to do it, but like still send up an entire stock, right?
Yep, but that minecart is just enough, and oh my god! Oh, I thought it was last
the
stock.
PK fire. That's so strong. Because it just keeps falling down.
Yeah, you can use it really well against blocks as well. It's just sort of a little bit risky to go for, because sometimes Steve will be in the perfect position to punish you for it by dashing under you and going for a dash attack. And right now, I mean, this is pretty close. I'm wondering if it might be something he considers for another game if it stays this close. But the dash attack is not going to do it just yet, even with that dash attack buff. Oh, this is
wrong way. Up
See ya.
straight into game number 2. And during that, Shuton was able to clean it up versus Glug here. See if Glug can get some more games on the board. Was able to get the very first one, but Shuton might be catching on, might be adapting it. You know what's crazy? Shuton actually has, I would assume, has experience against, or in this matchup against Hikaru, right?
Probably, yeah, probably.
I don't know how much Hikaru would play it in tournament, but they've had to have played friendlies, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't know. It's always hard to say with the Japanese players because I'm not super familiar with like the internal regions within Japan, where people are in Japan, and I don't want to like consider it a monolith, you know, right? Like I don't want to be like everybody.
Most of them do live in Tokyo, but you're right. There are different regions of Japan.
Yeah.
Not everyone just like lives in Tokyo.
That's true. But yeah, right now Shuton is still definitely ahead, but Glug is keeping it close, and I want to see if Glug is able to mix up his options, because I think this is what happens a lot, you know, when you're that unusual character versus a top player or top tier. You know, it's like sometimes...
What a B reverse on the hand slaps coming down, and I mean that
is exactly what I was talking about. Those mix-ups on those kill confirms, because once they figure out your like base level stuff, you have to come up with something new, and obviously Glug has layers to his gameplay.
Yeah. Keeping things even here, and of course Shuton on Olimar, you are going to be extremely light, so Glug can get that one opening at 60, one opening at 70. It can mean everything here. Speaking of openings, geez, 81%. Shuton even using the up special there to kind of extend up for one more up air.
Yeah, I mean, in this matchup, you're playing Donkey Kong, you're probably starting at like 80% minimum.
You should assume that. You start every stock at 80, so you don't feel bad when you get comboed 80. So just farming rage here.
Yep. And then in the bottom right, we do have Sen versus ApolloKage, and
Snake.
They did switch to Snake, so ApolloKage, unsurprisingly, goes back to the tried and true. The last time they played, I think it was at Wave Dash, and it was Game 5, last stock, last hit. So, I mean, I'm always impressed when a Snake does that well against Ness. You know, it's one of those things where it used to be considered Snake's worst matchup because of exactly that. You know, just that absorb makes it so hard to use his main tool, which is the grenade. But Snakes have sort of figured it out. I mean, I know. For instance, Shogun beat Gackt at Double Down. That was a huge set, and yeah, I mean, there's just so many options they found in the matchup that just make it a lot better. And ApolloKage showing those tools well, but Sen is amazing in this matchup as well. So we'll see if he's able to clean it up.
Yeah, and another thing too is I think ApolloKage, of all the Snakes, it just gets very creative with some of the normals as well, and I think that's one of the main things you're going to need to do, right? Like, you just can't rely on grenade that much, right?
Yeah.
So you,
wow. A little bit of a bad DI, and Sen dies at 90% to up air.
Max rage, I guess.
I guess so. That was funny. ApolloKage threw the grenade completely off stage. He was like, I have a grenade. Oh, I need to get out of this. Get rid of it.
Yeah. Okay, setting up grenades here for this ledge trap, trying to bait out that absorb. Shuton able to take another game here off Glug. I didn't get to see the last stock there, but I know, like, around the second stock, looking pretty even there. So.
Yeah, I gotta note something that I just thought was super crazy. So ApolloKage pulled a grenade, threw it the wrong direction so Sen would absorb, and then at the end of the absorb, C4. Like, exploded the C4 that was above Sen. So super good bait there. Because normally when you absorb something, you're able to immediately act out of it by jumping or spot dodging or something like that.
Yep.
But this time he didn't absorb and gets the up tilt and gets the kill. ApolloKage answering back in game 2.
Yeah, and I mean, ApolloKage was such high percent. I think that up air really was the turning point there of that game, right? Just getting that bad DI on the up air, getting that extremely early KO, and then, of course, ApolloKage sneaking underneath Sen, and just after seeing the aerials come out, was able to get the whiff punish with the up tilt, and really using the grenades. You gotta use your explosives so different in this matchup, right? And just because you gotta do something different doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad matchup, right?
Yeah.
And that's something the meta that's like always develop.
A very like day one sort of thing. It's like, I can't use my main tool, therefore the matchup is heavily losing. And that's, you know, not the mentality that, like, you know, is gonna let you succeed. And wow, how did he die? What just happened?
Huh? Wait,
Ness died. I was looking at the other screens.
Yeah, I was trying to see if Glug could get this stock right now. Oh no.
Oh man.
And man, this is dang man, Donkey Kong.
Just
Donkey Kong.
Just it feels bad sometimes, but hey, you know, he got that one game though.
He did get a game off Shuton, which is something to be proud of. But I think Glug wants a little bit more than that. But I mean, it's just rough, right? You're getting comboed so much, and I think this is Shuton just really adapting as a player. Going, oh man, Shuton wanted some more, man. He had the second purple Pikmin ready to go.
He was like,
that's crazy.
You got anything else? Any more Kongs out there?
Yeah.
Where Cranky at?
The whole family not going to be able to come through, man. Donkey Kong going to go ahead and perish to the purple Pikmin on the back of Shuton. Really great adaptation coming out from Shuton, and I think right when Shuton kind of got settled in, maybe was able to catch some of the habits in at disadvantage and really push them as hard as possible. Really good stuff to Glug, even getting into this position to get a game off of Shuton with a character like Donkey Kong that we're kind of seeing reoccurring, like, here and there. I mean, we're not seeing Donkey Kong breaking the top 8 or anything, but it's really cool to see a character like Donkey Kong that feels very written off in terms of, like, oh, this character's so bad, and we're seeing Donkey Kong get results in tournaments, you know, whether it be a game, whether it be a set here or there against some of these meta-relevant characters.
Yeah, I mean, he beat, Bloom and Gluto, Donkey Kong, a couple weeks ago. But yeah, so Glug still has a chance, still going to be playing against Mellow in the loser's bracket. But right now we have 2 more matches that have already come on screen.
Ooh,
we see another Ness with Gackt. I mean, one of the most popular streamers from Japan. I mean, his stream is always popping off.
Yeah.
And then in the bottom left, we have Desmona versus Zenodo. Desmona beating out, who was it? Who did Desmona upset? Oh, Riddles. Yeah, Desmona upset Riddles, and that was like absolutely crazy and led him into this top 64 winner side. And then obviously Big D needs no introduction, is a very powerful player from the north. And yeah, lots of amazing matches going on. Oh my God, it's hard to focus.
We're gonna be jumping all over the place. But yeah, Big D, a very strong player ever since even Brawl, Smash 4 days, but has had a crazy performance run as of recently, obviously at Ludwig's Invitational, getting wins on Fluke and Light in the same tournament. Not a lot of people can say that, so amazing stuff, and really kind of showing off what Ice Climbers can do, right? We're seeing all the decent combos, and I love how Big D just plays towards the character strengths as well, and throwing out so many different knowledge checks. Do you know how to grab me? Do you there's so many times where I can notice okay, does this player know how to punish side B? Do they know they can even do punish or not? Do they know how to grab Ice Climbers, and do they know what kind of mix-ups that entails, right? Because that's the thing about having two characters at your disposal. If you grab one, can you hit the other?
Oh my God, what a confirm right there. ApolloKage went for the down throw, nair one, jab, forward tilt. And it was just just perfectly enough percent to kill Send in the corner.
Jeez. Amazing
job. You were talking about Big D and Ice Climbers and the things that he can do. And I want to say Big D's bracket is insane. Insane for his character. If he beats Gackt, he plays against Light. And then if he beats Light, he plays against Karama.
The rematch.
So,
I mean, just oh man, Big D Karama sounds like such a banger song.
I know. I am just really excited. But obviously, I'm not writing off any of the opponents that are in the way on either side. Gackt can certainly take it, and Light has Monty, who's another SoCal hero who has a chance to take him out. I mean, that's a really good matchup. I know Light absolutely hates that matchup.
Yeah.
You play Fox, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Game & Watch. How's that feel?
It's not fun.
It's not fun.
Definitely -2 / one of Fox's worst matchups.
Yep.
One of those matchups where it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's it's weird because Fox is a character that you want to fall on top of, characters with your falling arrows and stuff, but Game & Watch not only beats that on block, but if you just see Fox above you can just upbeat. Yeah, exactly.
You can just preempt it.
It's Fox can still win, and it's kind of like Snake Nest in a sense where it's oh, I can still win, but I just have to play a very horizontal neutral. I have to do a lot of lasers. I have to get a lot of grabs, right? I can't play as vertical as I want. I think for the most part, if Fox can play a vertical game mixed in with the horizontal game, that's when Fox has the most amount of mix, has very strong neutral. But when you kind of cut that vertical game out, it's a little bit more limited. It's still really strong because Fox's horizontal game is obviously just strong because you have dash attack, you have the run speed, right, and you have the laser poke as well. So
pivot gets a forward tilt.
Still very doable, but you're definitely cutting off a bunch of different avenues for Fox.
Absolutely. But we're going to move on from that as Sen vs. ApolloKage is in Game 4 here, and ApolloKage took 2 games straight and is really in still in a decent spot here.
Oh, man.
Obviously could die to that, but wow, turns it right around and now has the Nikita set up. Send is trying to bait it out with the absorb, but ApolloKage not biting as the forward tilt the other direction too.
Yeah, ApolloKage was trying to get the dirty mix there. Who tried to get the back air, stage spike here, down smash, not going to connect, but catches the ledge jump.
All right, so
with the up tilt there.
Yeah, it was absolutely an up tilt. I got to say, there was a little bit of betrayal happening from a Utah counterpart. Earlier, Sticky was telling ApolloKage that Sen loves to jump from the ledge. And he was saying that if you catch him jumping from the ledge, you can absolutely convert off of it super hard. And right there, ApolloKage caught the jump with the up tilt preemptively. He knew Sen was going to jump, and he got a huge punish off of it, getting that kill.
Okay, cooking. Oh, but the grenade with the save here. Another trade, directional air dodge. ApolloKage playing this game very well here. Could close it out versus Sen 3-1. Sen needs to find an answer. 174%, just can't find the stock. Finally, that meaty aerial going to go ahead and even things up, but already 68%.
Yeah, and in the top right, we have another set. Oh, all right, we'll focus on this right one for now. Oh man, Sen is at such high percent in that trade, and that's going to be it. ApolloKage takes it 3-1 over Send, and it looks like the Steve was unnecessary. It was all Snake all the time in that matchup.
Yeah, I mean, the only loss was with the Steve, right?
Right.
So ApolloKage, man, really showing off what this character can do even in bad matchups, right? And I will say, I think of all the current Snake players, ApolloKage to me feels like the most versatile one. Doesn't necessarily mean I think he's the best one, but definitely feels like uses the widest array of options in Snake's kit, which is just really fun and impressive to watch.
Yeah, I really like, he's got really cool mix-ups where he'll throw you off stage and go for a forward air immediately, or he'll just throw you off stage and then wait for you to like air dodge and then like go after you after you've air dodged. You know, he has a lot of crazy like, all right, I can steal your stock early, or I'm just gonna play this patient set play where I just over the course of the time nickel and dime you, get a lot of extra things. And amazing play by ApolloKage, and congratulations to him on beating somebody I think he was beating him several times in a row. So
yeah, and I mean this is such a big deal too, because even just because ApolloKage is definitely making an argument for the best snake, right? Was able to outplace MVD at DreamHack, and I think this is definitely going to be a bigger proving ground because now Shogun is here as well, and we'll see which snake plays the highest.
Here, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this is going to be really fun to see in terms of that. But I mean, back to this match here, Quandale versus Vendetta. Oh, it looks like Big D actually closing it out versus Gackt here. Wow, and this is looking really troublesome for Gackt. Big D up 2-0, and that was a 2-stock.
Yeah, it's an incredibly difficult matchup for Ness. I played it before, and man, it's really tough to find any openings because all of your moves are like just not like far enough range to like beat out. And every time you like hit one of the climbers, the other climber will hit you back, and it's just you never want to be trading like that. You never want to be trading with, oh, I hit one of your climbers and the other one hit me back. Like that's really rough, and the ledge trapping is so strong out of Big D as well. It's super hard to get out of the corner, and you know your like vertical disadvantage is bad too. It's just every single part of the matchup is really tricky to figure out.
Yeah, and I feel like just Decent Blizzard and Side B can really command the air against Ness, and I feel Ness is a character that you get an opening and you want to make it the sequence as long as possible, right?
Sure.
And I mean, some of these combo characters really get thwarted in a sense when you're fighting against ice climbers. It feels like you're punching just a wall of thorns, you know?
Ooh, really nice job there by Vendetta, catching the really low up B by Quandale with just a nice Tatsu into the corner. That auto regrabs ledge, so it's a really powerful option because it stays out there as a lingering hitbox and it kills.
Wow, Zenodo coming in with the dash tag versus Desmona and stage spiking off the block. Desmona not actually teching in the corner there on the block and just goes straight down off that block. Unfortunately,
you gotta
really good stuff.
tech your own blocks, man.
Yes. You gotta be ready for that one. But I mean, and the thing is, did he dash tag? Maybe Desmona just clicking the tech a little too early.
Right,
there's a bunch of different hits, right?
Hits,
so
yeah.
I mean, I know with multi-hits it can be a little tricky with it, but now gonna be 1-1 Desmona versus Zenodo.
Yeah. Once again, Desmona versus Zenodo is a winner's match. 26 Rising Zenodo, same sponsor Zonin, by the way.
Let's go. Yeah. Midwest, shouts to the Midwest.
Midwest, great people. And yeah, they are, you know, the winner of that fighting Asimo. Ooh, Asimo or Goblin. Oh, that's a banger of a set. I hope that's on the mainstream at least. At least some, yeah, all of these matches are going to be streamed, which is really nice because, you know, we get to get everything on the top 64 because we have this quad stream. Shout out to BTS, by the way, for, you know, the quad stream as well as...
With commentary.
Yeah,
I think this is like the first tournament to do that.
I think Doak Park on the Grass did it like a while ago.
With commentary?
With commentary.
Oh, I didn't know they had commentary. I assumed they had just like the quad stream.
Yeah.
But I guess as of recent, like that's so sick.
Yeah, really cool to do that. And shout out to everybody who put this quad stream together. And right now though, we're in a couple matches that are sort of in their preliminary parts, but Gackt is still having such a hard time getting out of the corner, and just like it's so suffocating, the pressure that Big D puts out.
The wall of thorns, man. You keep punching this wall of thorns, ice climbers. It's like, man, when I get a hit. Oh man. I guess I should say wall of ice.
Yeah, wall of ice. Oh man.
Yeah, every time Gackt seems to get a hit, just can't really push it as far as possible, right? And I mean, it's just so hard because not only can the other climber sideline you give the other climber more time to sideline. You have to go for the bounce here. Okay, does get to the ledge here, but still just getting whacked right back off here. Yeah,
good desync setup here, and now the wall is complete. No, okay, is gonna reset. Let's see if he goes for another desync setup. No, just sticking. Oh yeah, does get it there, and how it's a really scary situation because one smash attack could kill, one back air could kill, and Gackt has no real recourse. And double parry. Oh wow, look at these parries back and forth. It seems like Big D is so ready for any of the options that Gackt is throwing out. Had not hit him in a long time, and now Gackt falls to that up air. Nice job, and full of heart for Big D.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, again, it's just when you're fighting ice climbers, you hit, even if you hit one of them, your moves are extended. Like your combos are literally laggier because you're hitting 2 different characters, or you're hitting one character and the other one can act, so now they have more time to whiff punish you. It's
Absolutely.
a very, very unique situation. And I mean, Big D is so great with ice climbers, specifically on defense, really making the most of like, oh, hey, like you actually, that's not true. And if you didn't know, I'm going to make it hurt a lot. You know what I mean? Or like I'm sitting here shielding, like if you don't have a specific throw that has a hitbox, like you can't really grab me. And it really changes the dynamic of so many characters when you're fighting neutral against ice climbers, right?
Absolutely. I mean, Ness's like mix-up is a lot of like, okay, well, I can poke your shield with like sort of semi-safe options, or I can, tomahawk grab you. But with tomahawk grab is not an option, or when you really can't do any sort of aggressive shield pressure, it's so difficult. Yeah, and I think what you were saying earlier about how when things are extended on like the Pikmin, for instance, that like gives your opponent extra opportunity to punish, and this is exactly the same thing you were talking about before. So points from previous times relevant now, but Quandale is pretty far up versus Vendetta, and Vendetta is trying to chase all the way across.
Ooh, nice.
And good Tatsu under the blocks. And Quandale completely out of block resources, but the scoop with the up smash will give him time to craft that diamond, and has another one on the back. But it's so scary to go into Steve's cave with him.
Yeah,
he's like sitting there at like a hermit, like you kids get out of here, and then you're like, all right, I don't know if I want to go in there, man. Oh, it should be it. Yep.
Yeah, the back air is going to be enough, or maybe a high forward air. Not too sure.
A forward air.
Yeah, it looks like a forward air there. Really solid 2-stock there.
And a double Steve win on both sides at the same time with the same end screen.
Okay, Desmona was able to take it 3-1 over Zenodo, looks like. Enderman building the house there.
And Desmona going to be fighting against Asimo, which is going to be really interesting to see. I always like to see how, players from different places adapt to, like the Steves in the new area, right? Like,
yeah.
Desmona, Steve, notably has not played a major before. This is Desmona's first major. Got flown out here.
I was going to say, I've seen Desmona compete online, but I've never seen Desmona compete at a offline event. So
right. I mean, Desmona got flown out here from winning online.
Nice.
Won the Mainstage Arcadian qualifier online, and got flown out here because of that. And was like, okay, well, if I'm getting flown out here, I might as well play in a major, and has made some pretty crazy upsets already. I mean, Riddles and Zenodo, huge names, and then Asimo, maybe a body bag trying to add to it.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy because we're talking about someone that's going to compete in the Arcadian and just like taking out ranked players.
And
like
also, by the way, might just make top 6. Like, I mean, it's possible.
Qualifies for Summit too.
Yeah, exactly. If you qualify for Summit, you better be giving that VIP slot to someone else. It's like, nah, I want both. Goes to the Summit, takes 2 plates of food. Is like, all right, I won 2. I'll take 2 plates.
Yeah, these are both my plates. Right?
Yep.
I got 2 slots here.
2 slots.
Make sure you remember that.
I got 2 slots. No, anyway. Apparently, Send DQ'd in losers after losing that match. Unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing any more of him. So, somebody will be very happy that they don't have to play. Oh, Riddles. Okay. Yeah, Send was like, I ain't playing Riddles and losers for like 45th or something like that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Riddles on the rampage in losers. And the Shark Tank, the losers bracket Shark Tank continues to grow. Of course, when you have an extremely stacked bracket, it is inevitable.
It is.
Very good players will be banished to the Shark Tank that is losers, and only one shark comes out of that tank.
Only one shark. I mean, we got 6 sharks total. True.
6
sharks
as
total.
long as you get to the very end spot, right?
Sure. But yeah, I mean, I know exactly what you're saying. It is very threatening. But Vendetta managed to take that last game, and now it's a pretty close match right now. Quandale has a chance to get the stock, but is almost completely out of resources. We'll get some time to recharge while that invulnerability comes out. But oh man, you try to get some resources in the corner.
Damn.
You go and dive for it. Wow, what a conversion there. I think it started at like 45 and just managed to get a couple hits and catch that tail hit of that Shoryu.
Yeah, that was so sick. I don't know if that very last Shoryu was true, but nonetheless, I mean, Vendetta with the awareness of just like, okay, you're probably going to jump. Maybe you don't instantly mash air dodge, or maybe it was true. Who knows, right? Vendetta.
That one did look like an untrue one that, he just caught whatever option Quandale was using after it, so.
great awareness coming out from Vendetta, one of the strongest FGC players we have in the community.
Yeah, absolutely. Vendetta having that big grudge match versus Andres FN last year at Genesis.
Oh, that was hype. That
was definitely hype. But then turns out Icon's the best one anyway. Let's go, Icon.
That was so funny. Icon places the highest. And that was a really good Icon.
I love Icon, dude. He's one of my favorite players. Shout out to Icon. I know you're probably watching this right now. So what's up? Oh man, it seems like it's really hard for Quandale to find these stocks so far, and Vendetta is choosing his openings very carefully. He's like not forcing the pace at all. You see like little short dashes up, no big ones, and oh, the dribble, the block actually gonna save him that time, even though it was untechable, just enough distance.
Okay, forward. I mean, this is a lot of rage here on Vendetta, and I like how Vendetta, you notice that after that down smash, if you actually connect in this, I mean, you can also you can just cancel it, but a lot of the FGC characters, they have a lot of moves that you can actually cancel on hit, so you can utilize that against anything like a Pac-Man hydrant or a block, right?
Yep, that's so funny. He's using the cancel off of the down tilt to just Tatsu away, make sure that there's no chance of him getting forward smashed after it. But the Anvil will do the job, and now Steve is here, and he has a lot of powerful tools to be able to make this comeback happen. I mean, it's only a 20% differential now, so any like big combo from Quandale, and he's way ahead.
Okay, there's the mine card to catch the low, and you notice that Vendetta mainly focusing on taking out these bottom blocks, because once you take out a bottom block, you can kind of run through it and break. If your character's tall enough, you can just break that second block.
It actually doesn't matter how tall your character is. Any character can run directly under it. It's very weird.
And it breaks the second block?
It breaks the second block.
Cool,
yeah,
cool.
you can just run straight
even
under
like Olimar or something.
Yeah, even no, actually, I don't know. I don't know who breaks it. Sorry, actually, I'm not sure. I know anyone can run under.
Yeah,
anyone can run under it. I don't know if they all break it. That's a good point.
Okay, but Vendetta here trying to recover, and Quandale absolutely bringing this one back. Yeah, you're going to roll through that pressure here. Has a percentage lead, but with the rage, Vendetta probably just going to need one like down tilt or up tilt confirm into the shore. You can, Steve not being the heaviest character here, and you see Quandale definitely playing around that.
Safe.
Yeah, do not want to get next to that, which is Ken. Oh, the run up down tilt.
This should be it. Yeah, back air. What? Oh, you rare miss there from Quandale with a nice mash. Quandale had to go early in the down tilt into the shore. You know it's not going to kill even on PS2, even with rage. And now, what?
Cross stage? Gonna live there.
Wow.
I thought was gonna live there.
Yeah.
Maybe if Buffer Tatsu, not too sure. But man, Vendetta barely losing out on that one. That was
had another lease on life right there.
That was such a clean whiff punish. Vendetta whiff punished the forward smash after like doing the focus dash in and got the down tilt. That's how he opened up with that Shoryu, and that I for sure thought that down to Shoryu was going to be enough, but it was not. And I mean, very fortunate for Quandale now being up 2-1 here versus Vendetta, but man, Vendetta really played that last game.
Oh yeah, I mean,
well.
I loved the patience that Vendetta had there. But just real quick, let's talk about these other two matches we got going on. We have Mine versus Zenodo in the bottom left. This is a losers match, and then Glug has fallen to losers to fight Mellow. So this is going to be Glug's chance to get even further in bracket. We saw a pretty early ding dong here, and that's one of the dangers of going to PS2 against Donkey Kong is even though you love the stage.
It's Donkey Kong's best stage by far.
It is.
You should never
let him play here.
Never.
Doesn't matter who you are.
Yes. Like, I don't care how confident you are. I mean, you probably it's not impossible to beat Donkey Kong on PS2, but why
give him free kills?
Yes. Why give your opponent essentially their best stage, right?
Yeah.
And even the platforms just being too small, like when Donkey Kong gets the cargo and just jumps, you have so much drift. You're getting to one of those platforms. It's not hard.
Oh, the grenade breaking him out of the armor for the side B, and managed to get the stay here, but the up air is going to get the job done, and Glug takes it over Mellow. Now up 1-0. Mellow made a pretty cool run here through losers too. I think was
Mellow's been
nowhere near this, which is pretty incredible to see both of these players all the way up here. Mellow was seed 105 and is currently 33rd at worst.
Wow, what a run coming out from Mellow. And now, like, imagine being Mellow and being like, man, I'm doing the sick run. Who's next? Donkey Kong.
What?
I'm in like top 33-ish or so. Like,
Donkey who?
Absolutely crazy. And we got Asimo versus Goblin here on the top left as well. Asimo, I would say the best fighting game player for Ultimate. In terms of results, Asimo has it.
I know. It's true. It's sad for me to say because I love Icon so much, but yeah, it's got to be Asimo. He just has the results to prove it. But I mean, Goblin, amazing player in his own right, sponsored by Moist, and has been making waves for a long time here, and I really want to see how he plays against Asimo. As this is a matchup which is a little bit interesting because both the characters are like, all right, I'm gonna hit you with a nice meaty string every time, but you know, both of them sort of have to get up in each other's face.
Yeah.
And the focus stack I feel like is gonna be a huge boon in this match. Did he just nair forward smash?
That was true.
That was definitely true.
That was insane.
What the hell?
What kind of awareness do you have, Asimo? That was just wild. And I mean, shout out to Asimo because Asimo always provides like at least one insanely sick clip every tournament he goes to.
Asimo does a new combo that I've never seen every single match.
Yeah,
every
so
single
fun
match
to
he
watch.
has a new combo, and I'm like, how many combos are there? There's got to be a limited number.
And just like, for the most part, just sticks with the Ryu, right? It's very interesting because most of the FGC players kind of swap around between Ken, between Ryu, maybe a little bit of Terry, and then also like some of them just have the Kazuya as well, right? And you got to respect that because why not?
Absolutely. I think Asimo and Icon are really the only true like single mains of that.
Yeah.
So, love to see it. Right now, though, we're in last stock for Quandale versus Vendetta. Vendetta is at high percent, but we've seen that doesn't matter too much if you are Ken. Not going to get the stock just yet.
One more of those.
Oh.
Whoa, just charges it up. Oh, tries to just go ahead and run up. Oh, the down tilt was too far. Tries to get the reset. Catches Quandale trying to up smash out of shield on the mash there. And Quandale not going to pick that one up. It is Vendetta that's going to bring this into a Game 5 scenario.
Quandale had a footstool, but he had no iron. So if he had an iron, he could down air there.
Yeah.
He footstooled him, and he didn't have any iron. It was just like,
Damn,
so
that
unfortunate.
Wow,
Yeah.
I did not notice that. That's such a big deal. And I mean, going to be Steve's most powerful out of shield option, right? Obviously, the up smash is strong as well, but having that footstool just very, very quick and being able to essentially go right into the anvil is such a powerful tool. And then Nikita not going to get through it, but Glug was able to take game one, so we got an even set on the bottom right as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's definitely a very stage-dependent matchup. Did not let him go back to the PS2. So on Battlefield, well, you know, maybe you did a little bit better.
Yeah. Because the thing about PS2 as well is, like, it's not a low ceiling, but it's a normal ceiling, right? So it's like, okay, well, you got the, and on top of that, PS2, the platform height is high. Yeah. So it's just perfect for Donkey Kong.
Yeah, both he can get that that ding dong, and I think he can also get the cargo throw, grab, jump up, and then back throw, which kills pretty well too.
Yeah, especially on top of the platform.
Yeah, on top of the platform. Yeah.
Just going for the hop really high and just back throw you off the top.
It's really fun. I love playing Donkey Kong. One of my favorite characters.
Donkey Kong is one of the funnest characters to just play in the game.
Absolutely.
Very simple, very effective, and it's funny when I talk to a lot of people that like Melee's their main game. When they do play Ultimate, a lot of them love playing Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I think the two characters I've seen out of Melee players is Incineroar and Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Incineroar is another common one too. They're so much fun to play.
Absolutely. But, oh man, so Asimo managed to take that first game off of Goblin in the top left. We saw a nair to back air to clear it out. But now though, it's relatively even up there. And Zenodo though, in the bottom right, getting 2-0, but Mind answering back here has a nice banana in hand as well as a good little lead. We're gonna see if he can hold on to it, or if Zenodo will secure that 3-0.
Yeah, the off stage here, Zenodo not gonna try to challenge that. Okay, try to get the up tilt into the follow-up here. Gonna rack up a little bit more damage as well. Zenodo has not taken any damage so far here, but as I say that, here comes the grab and the banana. Yep, not gonna be enough for the save. We saw the banana drop there, but it wasn't enough.
It's so silly to me that when you get hit and you have an item in hand, there's a random chance that you drop it. It's like the weirdest part of the game that it's just RNG for no good reason.
Yeah, and almost gives you that extra layer of defense while you're holding an item. Which is insane because items are already crazy powerful because of, Z drop aerials and Z dropping out of shield, right, is another option depending on, where your character Z drops off the ground or like right off the short hop there. So
and also just like the amount of pressure they create when in lead trapping scenarios. There are all kinds of crazy. How Mind is kind of setting up for a 3-stock right here. I mean, 136, 104% on the other side. Oh, goes for a pivot grab, but Zenodo is going to answer. And on the top right, though, Quandale, Vendetta in this Game 5 scenario. Vendetta up ahead this time. The last two games, Vendetta's had to make that comeback, had to do something a little bit special, but right now, Quandale's the one on the back foot, 135%. and just opts to like completely avoid the ledge trap. I'm really interested to understand why, because I feel like Steve's like one of the best ledge trappers in the game, so it's surprising that he just was like, back off, I don't want to deal with this, I just want to get my materials.
Yeah, I mean, getting more and more materials. This is a lot of iron in the back pocket. Maybe Quandale making sure,
the
like,
last game.
yeah, I need iron on deck for the footstool out of shield. It's going to be such an important aspect to have here. But here's the reset off the air dodge. How much damage can you get? And there's another call out. And man, I don't know if that's true or no. That looked true.
Yeah. So that the part that wasn't true, like always, was the sort of the crescent kick, the one that like hits back and forth into the up air. But once you hit the fastball up air, that combos into the short U.
Nice,
so it's
nice.
one
So
that
yeah, he had to get a
Andrick
fastball
uses
up air
a lot. Yeah, so he did the fastball up air, and that one is for sure true into the short U. So really nice job. Yeah, that's a DI trap. Because if you so like you hit the kick. Sometimes they can go for something else, and you know if you hold in, you get a really good follow up on that one.
Right. Amazing awareness coming out from Vendetta. Just needed to give Vendetta one reset, right? One air dodge trap, and that's everything Vendetta needed. What a conversion game, and just played that extremely well towards the end. It was still looking a little scary because Quandale was at like, what, 30-ish or 40% when spawning in, so it's not like you had an extremely huge lead, and just navigated around the blocks really well, and really just able to get that one reset and make it count. Fantastic stuff, and clutching it up Game 5 with so much pressure on the line. Congrats to Vendetta for moving on.
Yeah, I love how Vendetta just like was so. It seemed like he was so patient in his approaches, and he was like, all right, I don't need to force too much. Steve has all the resources he can ever want, right? So like forcing him to stop mining is not going to matter that much. So I'm going to slowly chip away at these blocks, take stage control, move forward, and eventually I'll find my hit, and he did, and he won for it. So really impressive. I love to see the counterplay against the characters that people are like, oh, Steve's busted, you can't counterplay against him. Well,
there's a lot about the game we don't know, that's for
exactly.
sure. And like Steve is definitely one of, if not the most complex Smash character ever get released. So yeah, definitely still a lot to learn about the character.
Absolutely, and we see in the bottom left Mind get that up tilt, up B.
Okay, keeping this game 4 close here. It looked like Zenodo with that stock lead just kind of was like, okay, you might have got that one game, but I'm going to go ahead and clean this up 3-1, but Mind keeping it a bit close here. If the stocks are even, the game's even against Luigi. You got to remember.
And here's the grab, down air,
the banana,
down air. Oh no! He went for a different route, which is really interesting. I think it was because of the smash DI in, and I don't think that would have killed at 45. So
because usually you needed one more aerial into the up B there to close it out.
But I think that was a different combo route because of the smash DI in. Mine was reacting to that. But I guess it wouldn't have killed. But still, it was a huge risk, and now. He took a lot of percent for it, but still, definitely has a chance here. We've seen Mind close out the stocks really early, and the banana is now his.
This is big. I mean, you just need an up B here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now you're getting Zenodo even higher percent here. All these trades in your favor. You have the rage. Maybe the up smash is going to do it as well.
I'm thinking down throw, down B is also a really scary option. Oh, he went for a misfire. You crazy.
Okay, but the up smash, yeah, that is going to do the trick. No falling out. No, nothing this time. So Zenodo going to get it 3-1 with the Diddy, moving on through, I believe, which is the loser's bracket.
Yeah, that is the loser's bracket. The winner of that plays the loser of, I believe, let's see. Oh, okay, so there's a couple matches between that. Chavez is going to play the loser of the top left match, and then the winner of that will play the winner of Mind Zenodo. So they're a little bit ahead of the curve. But right now, Glug is actually going to fall to Mellow. Mellow with an incredible run so far.
Still going.
And going to keep it going. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to talk about it a little bit, but it was kind of a foregone conclusion after that first game. You said it best, don't take Donkey Kong to PS2, and then, well, it was a hell of a lot better of matches.
Yeah, you don't really give Donkey Kong those like little tiny openings, or sometimes, I mean, against Snake, I'm assuming the opening's a lot larger just because you're easier to combo and all that stuff. And we also have Louis Money versus Colorado, but it looks like Asimo is going to get the 3-0 on Goblin.
Yeah. Oh, man. Got the 3-0 on Goblin. Unfortunately for Luis, he fell to Cola in Game 5 on the mainstream. We didn't get a chance to catch it here, but I'm sure it was an amazing set. And now he's going to play against Colorado, a character that is traditionally very hard for Paolo to deal with. I mean, the dash is just so low and makes back airing it very, very strong. Very, very weak. And it's really hard for it's really hard for Palu to secure kills versus Inkling. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, if Luis is able to clean this up or if it's going to be Colorado making a nice upset.
Yeah, and Colorado has beaten Luis in bracket before.
Yes.
So that upset has happened before. So maybe not the best role if you're Louis Money, but Louis Money also has the Fox online. Fox definitely has a easier time against Inkling than Palu, but I don't know how ready the Luis Fox is. So we'll see. And I think if you're Luis, just play your best character to open things up, see how it goes, and just kind of feel it out from there.
Yeah, Luis has told me he's never opening Fox again, just because of, you know, he had a couple matches where he opened Fox and he was like, he really wished he opened Palu, and so he's just like, I'm just always going to open Palu.
And see from there.
Yeah, see from there, exactly. Still keep the Fox is still there. It's still in the back, but he's not going to be opening it anymore. So definitely interesting to see. I wonder if we won any Fox versus Cola, because I know Palu versus Roy is slightly losing for Palu as well.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, I mean, that is another option. Oh, wow. I'm going to go ahead and get the up smash there, keeping things even. Looks like all the other setups have been abandoned so far, but look, we'll definitely get some more matches for you guys. But so far, we got Luis versus Colorado, which is also just going to be a crazy set as well, especially considering Luis did just get off that set, like you said, versus Cola, right? So
I mean,
already we're getting Luis versus Cola. We are getting into the thick of it.
Absolutely. I mean, Game 5 is always so stressful. But Luis, you know, he's cool as a cucumber 99% of the time. Like, he has been there before. Like, losing a Game 5 set, it may shake a lot of people, but I doubt it's going to shake Luis.
It's another day in the office here for Louis Money. Trying to get that money here, trying to move on through this bracket. Not on the winner side, but trying to continue on through the loser side. We are going to cut all the way up into top 16 today. So we got a
long day today.
There's going to be a lot of fallen warriors by the end of the day.
Absolutely. Okay. Right now, it's just it's a really intense match because both these players are sort of like not wanting to commit. They're like faking out. They're shadow boxing a little bit. But the Nair low, and once again, it seems so difficult for Luis to get this kill. It's just like, okay, I have to hit you 20 times off stage before I can find the finishing blow. And I feel like the opposite is going to be true as well. Like, Colorado, you know, he does have some early kill options, but like, you know, it's probably going to be mostly back air at like, you know, 180%.
Ooh, tries to get the down air on the two-frame, the corner situation, but Luis with the burst option, which with the dash attack there, going to go ahead and take that stock, that intangible and low hitting. That's the main thing you want to look out for if you're Palutena. How many of those low hitting moves do you have that is essentially going to hit Colorado during the dash? I mean, and Inkling is like the shortest character in the game during the dash animation, right? Which one of the biggest strengths of the character.
Yeah. Greninja, another notable one there.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just a very powerful, like, not even move, it's just a tool that you have in your repertoire that to be able to shrink down super low. And some characters will like crawl towards Palu sometimes. Like Snake will use the crawl to approach, but Inkling can just dash, and it's like such an incredible option. Right now, Luis has a chance to get the spike. No, not going to get it. Oh, what?
Air dodge down, going to get caught up, and Luis covering multiple options with the charge on the down smash. Very interesting option being from Colorado, being the ledge jump into the air dodge down. But, I mean, definitely a mix-up you can use.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised because it felt like the ledge jump happened after the down smash started charging. And so then I feel like there was time to just not air dodge down.
Right.
So interesting to see, you know, sometimes though, like, you have a plan committed in your mind, and like before you even do it, you're like, I'm going to do this sequence of moves.
Right.
Sometimes, you know, you just have this plan already, and that time Colorado air dodge straight into the down smash, and Luis is like, I'm gonna take that one.
Yeah, and I mean, even a lot of players will react to the charging of a smash attack. So maybe Colorado went for the ledge jump and saw the animation of down smash and like just maybe some kind of panic air dodge or something of the sort. Just Luis almost giving Colorado something to react to. And Palutena down smash is you don't see it often, right? So maybe it was kind of like, oh wow, this is weird. Like what's going on? And then after the air dodge, like dang.
I will say Luis has the best Palu down smashes out of all the Palus.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's just not close.
Okay, trying to catch the high recovery here. No, aggressive from Colorado. There's the back air into the grab here. Just going to opt for the nair, getting a good amount of damage and just back and forth for these earlier percents here.
And we do have the next match coming in is Goblin versus Chavez. Chavez, you know, like we said before, been making a tear through losers bracket, beating out Andrick before this.
Yeah.
And very good talent from NorCal. And Luis took that first game, and we see everybody's coming up on the matches. Pekko Gackt in the bottom right. And then Mellow. Oh, poor Mellow.
Yeah. Dang, we were talking about how Mellow is having like such a great losers run. And of all of the places to be in losers bracket, the worst place to be is on Riddles' Warpath.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of amazing players in the losers bracket already, but I feel like Riddles is the standout.
Yes, is the biggest shark in the tank. Absolutely, absolutely.
Ooh, calling it back to the Sharks earlier. I like it.
You already know, baby. All right, so there's the up throw, the up air. Oh, not going to be enough. Just Luis able to get the air dodge out. I feel like that should have been true, but I guess barely out of the percentage. Oh, there is the side B. Not going to be able to combo into the up air there, but look at this. Luis getting so much damage on Colorado's second stock.
Yeah, this is got to be amazing in a matchup like this where it's all about winning neutral like 100 times, right? Like you have to win neutral so many times in this match. So every single like percent you take in extra credit is that much more impactful, because like if you're, let's say you're winning neutral like 51% of the time, now you're like even more behind. You have to like change that to winning neutral like 60% of the time, and that's really, really difficult. But right now he's making it happen. I mean, 50% unanswered so far as Colorado is keeping this neutral win streak up.
83 and counting here. Finally, Louis Money able to reset, but there's the roller. Oh man, that would have been crazy. Up air one into forward smash there. Not going to fully connect here. And now Louis Money trying to seal the deal on this stock here. Going for the ledge trap. Is able to get the jab one reset, but not going to get the follow-up.
Yeah, this is a really tense situation for both these players. The person who gets the next stock is going to really be in a commanding position for the game. And good tech, though. Luis is going to be able to get back to center stage and answer with a back air. Nice job. And in the bottom right, Gackt is already at a ton of percent. But I mean, this is a matchup that is so volatile. Have you seen this matchup before? You know, Min Min versus Ness.
I'm not too familiar with it, but I mean, I would imagine Min Min is going to be a terror off stage, right?
Yeah, so Min Min gets to do this to Ness off stage, and then Ness gets to absolutely eat Min Min alive off stage too if he knows what he's doing. I mean,
okay.
Up B just completely interrupts it. You can use the tail to like block Min Min coming back to stage.
Right.
And you can also, if they go high, like just catch them really easily with a forward air or an air. But yeah, right now Luis is at 160%. We talked about the person who takes that second stock is going to be such a commanding lead, but this back throw is going to set up Luis so well. He's going to go for the really deep nair, and
no double jump here. Force the air dodge.
Nair? No, goes to the
look at that high recovery, just floating right back down.
There.
That was so good, yeah. 131%, and this is looking really rough for Colorado. The jab, wow, I thought the jab was going to do it there, but this back throw will definitely do it, and it's going to be Louis Money up 2-0 here. And look at Pekko, up an entire stock here versus Gackt. This is huge.
Yeah, I mean, Pekko is an amazing player, but another thing I want to note is Chavez absolutely messed up Goblin in game one, and now Goblin has switched characters. Goblin is on the Ike, and Chavez is a whole stock. I mean, this is really scary if you're a Goblin fan.
No.
Oh, Gates of Hell, laser, that's
it.
You
can't make it back, and just like that.
Forward air for good measure, and wow, look at this. Chavez is really far ahead
California's
now.
Out here
Let's
right
go
now.
Cali, baby.
NorCal and SoCal just doing wonders. I mean, Luis with the 2-0 lead, and Chavez also NorCal with about to be a 2-0 lead here, unless Goblin is able to get this stock, and wow, not even up B fully connecting here.
Okay, gets the bounce there, too high percent for that nair to connect into anything, and yeah, trying to go really aggressive. Goblin is gonna all right. He gets a little bit of something there. That forward smash catching the down air, but I mean, normal God Fist, not electric wind God Fist, and yeah, that's it. All right.
Wow,
Chavez opens Heaven's Gate, and yeah, Chavez.
2-0 on Goblin. This is absolutely crazy. And even Pekko here up. It was a stock, but like you said, that edge guarding so good. And the thing about Min Min recovering back on the stage, like, Min Min doesn't have a great recovery, but you still have to respect, like, a double jump swing, right? Because Min Min is a character that can swing an aerial and jump up with it, so you usually see the Ram kind of cover themselves. But like you mentioned earlier, the tail end of that PK Thunder, you're not really putting your own body out there, right? Yep. You're just using the tail of the Thunder to go ahead and hit that double jump. And once you hit Min Min out of double jump off stage, that's it. That's a wrap.
Yeah. But at the same time, once you hit Nez out of double jump, it's also over. And wow, Gackt was able to barely squeak by those arms, had so many things coming at him. And yeah, it's really, really difficult to get out of the corner. But Gackt did manage it, and now slowly Pekko taking away the stage, and does activate the PK fire with the arms, but it doesn't matter because it's not close enough to hit the actual character.
The laser's not getting, and oh, that meaty megawatt, and Pekko taking game 1 versus Gackt. This is, wow, this is really crazy right now. I mean, again, California coming out and playing on all cylinders, both NorCal and SoCal here. Chavez up 2-0 versus Goblin, Luis up 2-0 versus Colorado.
Cali winning on all 3 screens, baby. Three of the 4 screens.
You love to see it. No bias, no bias.
no bias though. Oh yeah, but yeah, Luis is a little bit behind this match right now as Colorado is at 145%. And we talked about how many neutral wins. Yeah, you need to win this, and yeah, that's it's going to be really hard. It's really hard to make comebacks in this matchup, and I think that Luis is going to need to find something special, like perhaps an early down air. Okay.
The force. That was a forced SD there, right? Because you didn't want to go into the
3 stock for Chavez. Wow. Okay. I mean, I knew that game 1 was dominating, but I didn't realize it'd be like that against the Roy. Oh my God.
That was loser's bracket.
That was loser's bracket. Goblin out.
Goblin out of the tournament. Oh my goodness. I mean, I definitely wouldn't have expected this early here, but Chavez really coming out to play, and man, put that on the resume. The 3-0 on Goblin. That's huge.
3-0 on Goblin. Goblin ending at 33rd, I believe. And yeah, this is Chavez going to be moving up to fight Zenodo next, and yeah, okay.
Up there.
Yeah. All right. Colorado, you get one. You get at least one. And we'll see. But Mellow is keeping this game close so far. We do see the Terry as opposed to the Kazuya here as Riddles. I don't think likes to fight Kazuya in a snake because he's just so slow. It's so hard to get through the mess of grenades and find your way all the way up to the actual character to hit him.
Yeah, even having the power waves to kind of just hit the grenades while they're on the ground as well, going to be some kind of tool, right? And then, of course, the crack shoot is that main option for Terry. Just like such a great dash attack, if you will, right? Just a great burst option. You just come right on in and really just adds on to that mobility that is Terry. And also having a really good dash as well.
Yeah, and one thing about the crack shoot is it bursts over the grenades if they're on the ground. So if you are you okay, Buster Wolf? But if the grenade is normally placed on the ground, you try to dash attack through it as most characters, it'll explode. But as Terry, you get to crack shoot right over it. So it's very useful. Yeah,
and it's so good at catching jumps as well, right? Just because it got that overhead hit. So incredible stuff here, and the go meter is still online. We'll see if Riddles is able to cash out some damage. Yes, after the forward tilt, go right into the Buster Wolf there, and look at already 68% onto Mellow.
Yeah, Mellow having a tough time, but like I mean, this is so difficult to deal with. Like a fully powered up Riddles on this Terry. He's gotten so many Buster Wolves already. 3 just from this go in the back air. Nice tech though, and it's still just so difficult to make a comeback against a character that can kill you with so many different options.
Yeah, if it's not the rising tackle, it's just going to be the tackle from the dash attack here for Riddles. Now up 2-0 versus Mellow, and look at this, Gackt making some incredible adjustments against Pekko, and now looking really grim here. This is going to be hard for Pekko to come back. I mean, if you're able to get something started here and have an amazing sequence, but yeah, the yo-yo off the top, it's going to be Gackt evening things up 1-1 here.
I feel like Min is just like that type of character that can 3-stock or get 3-stocked, and it's like, okay, but the next game could still go either way.
Yeah,
you know, it's like even
absolutely.
though you made adjustments, like it's about guessing right? Like, you know, a couple of times you just need to guess right as Min, and then suddenly you get a stock. Like it's a super powerful tool that Min has, like with that laser, with that charge up after the throws. It's just a really difficult thing to like always be prepared for, and you can't like avoid every single one of Min's options. So
Min-Min's got to be one of the most volatile characters in the game.
Absolutely.
Like I wouldn't be surprised to see a Min-Min set where it's like Min-Min gets 3-stocked, Min-Min 3-stocks. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
That would not catch me off guard.
Especially in this matchup, I feel like this is exactly that. It's like Min-Min
like
can get peak. Like Min-Min can 3-stock or get 3-stocked, and either way, or it could be like a 3-stock one way and then a reverse 3-stock somehow happens.
Right.
It's just like, all right, you know, they guessed right a couple times, but oh my God, Gackt is really revving up in this game right now. 102% completely unanswered.
Yeah, the adaptation might have come through completely here for Gackt onto Pekko. Pekko using the footstool and tries to get the dare trade. I respect that just because you're down so much percent. Instead of getting back on the stage and trying to do all that neutral work, you're going for the higher risk option there, trying to get that dare trade, and could have lived, right? If you traded with the PK Thunder or anything like that. So respectable option there, but man, talk about respectable options. Look at Colorado here, looking like getting the reverse 3-0 prepped and ready here for Luis. Up an entire stock once again here for this game 4, and you don't want to be on that side of the momentum tree if you're Luis, right?
Yeah, the up throw up air not going to quite connect, but Luis is still not able to punish it. Oh, it rolls through, unfortunately, so isn't going to able to get any punish on that up smash and the forward air, and that's going to be it for this game. Game 5 coming up for Luis versus Colorado 8.
Hey, man, we're talking about the California W's.
Hey, man,
oh no, what have we done?
Well, at least Chavez got one.
Yeah, Chavez holding it down. Chavez,
let's go, Chavez. Oh, man, but yeah, Gackt is still, like, way ahead in this game, but honestly, Pekko, like I said, just needs to guess right 2 to 3 times and can absolutely get the stock. Oh, man, point blank smash attack on Gackt's face, and he's gonna get you a lot of percent for that one.
Okay, yeah, coming down to this final stock here, Gackt playing extremely safe, not letting that situation of offstage really happen. There's the PK fire for the lead trap here. Okay, this is a big backdoor here. Catches the high recovery, and I believe that was the double jump I heard.
There it is.
And can you make it back off the wall bounce? No, wow, what an angle. Just goes right to the ledge there. Incredible recovery coming out from Gackt.
Yeah, slight missed time there for Pekko. I think that it's like...
oh, no.
Oh, yeah, that's the big boy damage. And Riddles gearing up for a 3-0 in the bottom left corner. Seems like he just needs one more hit, and that should be it. Congratulations, 3-0 for Riddles, moves on. Mellow, amazing placement still. I mean, I think 25th is this round, something like that.
Amazing. I mean, definitely outplacing your seed.
Oh, yeah.
By a lot.
By a factor of like 4 or 5.
Yeah, in one of the most stacked tournaments of the year, you got to give yourself a pat on the back there if you're Mellow. And maybe someone needs to give Pekko a pat on the back just to get back into the set, because
I wish I could give him a Guinness right now.
2-1, but is definitely in Gackt's favor. Pekko was able to open up strong and get that first game, but since then Gackt has made incredible adjustments and has dominated games 2 and 3.
Luis right now, though, on the opposite foot, as we've seen in the last 2 games where Colorado was, really making it happen. Luis is still way ahead in this game, 88%. We talked so much about how much a lead means, and we got to see if Colorado can turn that around, because so far I think the player who's been ahead has won every game this set.
Yeah, and now Colorado has so much rage, and Luis definitely outside of up throw, or up throw, up air percent. But what's always going to get the job done is going to be that roller. Ooh, what a read on that dash away. The forward smash connects here. Oh, Luis trying to go for a ledge trumpet. Misses. Oh, you do not want to panic air dodge here. Great job from Luis. In those kinds of situations, you're at such a low percent. Most players instinctually press the L button when they are getting hit by the ledge, but great awareness coming out from Luis. That was the only way you lose the stock there. Yep. Like some weird directional air dodge, and then you just can't make it back.
Yep. But now, I mean, this edge control is doing so well for Colorado. Just gets the nair, doesn't get the follow-up forward air. Good GI from Luis. But, okay, so now Colorado sort of turning this around after having a huge disadvantage. I mean, like 79% almost completely unanswered. But now Luis has Colorado in the corner. And, oh, wow. Was that an early... Did he air dodge earlier, or did he just try to drift past the explosive flame and missed?
I think Colorado just tried to drift back, thinking the explosive flame was going to be more forward.
Oh, the short explosive flame.
Yeah. So Luis kind of getting the mix there. I think in that specific scenario, you just do a neutral air dodge, but you would have been put in a really bad spot. So I think Colorado want to try to navigate around the explosive flame, save the air dodge, just so Luis doesn't get a free edge guard here. We'll see if Colorado can even this stock up. Still a low amount of rage here, so grab is a huge threat here if Colorado's able to land it, but trying to opt for this edge guard here.
Hey, remember how we talked about 3-stock versus 3-stock in Minden versus Ness?
Oh, hey,
there's
check
3
it
stocks
out.
to 1 for Pekko versus Gackt right now, and like I said, I'm not surprised. Yep, there it is.
Oh, what?
3-stock.
That was so smart.
That was so cool.
Coming out from Pekko, because right there, Gackt was expecting the neutral air, but Pekko did a stall and fall down air with Min. Got the platform check chase, used one arm to cover like the mistech, and then just threw out the really slow second arm there and was able to cover so many options on that platform tech chase. Pekko with the 3-stock, now coming into a game 5 situation. We got some banger sets right now.
Oh yeah, I mean Luis versus Colorado is still in game 5. Colorado definitely has a chance to turn this around. Luis at 176%, but he has to find the kill somehow, and these up airs are not connecting. Luis is pressuring in the corner, gets the ledge trump, but Colorado is already off of it, and now Luis might die here. No, a little bit too high of a back air, but hanging out too late on the ledge.
Is that just a forward air?
I think that was a back air.
Oh, maybe the back air thing.
I think it was a back air.
It's only back air or forward air, but I was like, man, what was that hit so low below the ledge here? Look at this combo string, though, already. Now, 68, there's no double jump here. Can you get the nair? Oh, but you can't line up some kind of down air, but wow, not a big enough punish here coming out from Louis Money.
And dash attack not going to be enough, giving another chance. Oh, went for the air dodge read, but at the same time, the platform was there to save Colorado. Luis is...
Oh, this is so close. This is so close. The roller.
The roller. Oh, my heart.
You really went for that Colorado, betting it all on that roller, running off that platform there. And Louis Money, if connected by the roller, that would have been it. But Luis barely out of range and smacking it with the shield, the good old and faithful back air. Man, what a set.
I know. I was when he started that roller, I was like, what if Luis had fastballed that back air instead of not fastballing?
Yeah.
He might have just gotten a little bit too fast and gotten hit. So it was very scary. But now let's take a look at this other Game 5's.
Make it 3 for 3 for Team Cali, Pekko.
Come on, Pekko. Yeah, Pekko versus Gackt. I mean, Gackt took this first stock, but obviously, it is basically dead even, as one hit from Pekko will seal the deal. Just have to find like a good one. And now, okay, Ram charged up, and he waited. Nice job. Sometimes, like in the previous games, Gackt had been mixing him up. He had been doing a slightly stalled version of the PK Thunder where he gets back like maybe an eighth of a second later, and that usually is enough to avoid the 2-frame. But that time, Pekko knew he was going to do that slight delay and was able to punish it accordingly, and now we are very even. Okay.
You know what's crazy too? When you think about just oh wait, was that the double jump? No, there's the double jump with the PK Thunder. No double jump, air dodge, neutral air dodge, not directional air dodge to ledge here. But the normal get up gets caught, but Pekko might be able to get back onto the stage. The neutral air dodge does reward that.
And yeah, wow, incredible defensive sequence there for Pekko, avoiding so many things. But the forward air, it's so good at going under and covering that returning forward air that Min-Mins love to do, and that's one of the biggest things I think about this matchup that is so scary as a Min-Min player is when you try to aggressively like defend your recovery and they're already below you.
Yeah. Now Pekko in a pretty bad spot, down an entire stock, cooking off stage here. Man, and the thing about Min-Min, okay, barely getting back on. The thing about Min-Min as well, not a lot of people talk about, has a very bad ledge hang. The arm, the dragon arm is actually a hurt box. Oh, the up B, it's not enough though, but you set up this offstage situation. Oh, tried to get the sheesh laser off stage, but there it is, that should be it. I don't think you make it back, but
yeah, he can.
What?
Yeah, that was the exact distance where you can make it back, and
man, what an angle.
I was surprised that Pekko, though, wasn't able to time the 2-frame. It's at that point just a knowledge thing. You have to know exactly when to release. But sometimes, Gackt makes it back, and this is really scary for Pekko, is he has to get this kill and then has a whole nother stock to work with. Up throw, DI check.
Nice.
But, wow. I thought that was just going to be a DI check, but that time it was also a follow-up.
Yeah, it was a setup for the up B, the grounded up B. Oh, doesn't go for an up air there. That's a huge drop from Gackt here. Second chance. Oh, but normal gets up into the yo-yo.
Get up
so
into the
close.
yo-yo.
And just like that, Gackt gonna keep on moving through this bracket, gonna get through Pekko. But hats off to Pekko, man. I mean, when you're fighting a Japanese player as Min-Min, you gotta think they practice against the best Min-Min in the world. So I think definitely something to be proud of. I know Pekko definitely wanted the set as a competitor, but bringing Gackt to Game 5 last stock is definitely something to be proud of.
Absolutely. I mean, Peckham's going to be having a great time after this regardless. He played well, he placed well, and, losing to Gackt, no shame in that by any means. Chavez is in the bottom left now and just kind of getting beaten up a little bit by this Diddy Kong. This is not a matchup that you are happy to see if you're a Kazuya player.
Yeah, and also we got some more California representation. Monty and Chavez on the left here. Monty, I mean, both of them fighting pretty unfavorable matchups. Game & Watch does struggle versus Zero Suit, just Zero Suit having a bunch of long-range poke options against Game & Watch, so Game & Watch really can't get up and personal, and you just have so many things to disengage away from that neutral air, right? So it's going to be really hard for Monty to get some of these neutral air starters, and even one of your best scenarios is juggling people with the up air. Zero Suit just going to have that flip jump, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's oh, this might be a no, not quite. You got to go for the up throw immediately because otherwise, if they DI'd, it's never killing. But I mean, Monty's still having a chance here. Game & Watch, one of the best characters in the game at just building up that percent if you give him the chance. But oh, back air does it. The classic run off the platform, back air towards you. It works. It's a classic because it works so often.
Yeah, and another thing is when you run off the platform and do an area, you do get the full hop multiplier as well. So you're gonna get bang for your buck on that one. And this other matchup here on the bottom left, Diddy Kong just does so well versus any FGC characters, especially FGC characters with lower mobility. So I would say the best FGC character is probably Terry versus
Chavez
like
does have a
Diddy
Terry.
Kong.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't play any of the other ones, but he does play Terry. So.
Right, or you can just go with the mentality of, okay, you know what, I'm Kazuya, it's going to be really hard to get in, but once I get hit, I'll make it count for a lot. But right now you can see that Zenodo not really giving Chavez that one hit.
Yeah, this Zenodo play is so practiced. It looks like it's like, all right, I'm gonna stay at this exact distance from you, and if you sneeze in my direction, I will punish you for it. But oh, nice nice conversion, and wow. All right, if you sometimes you get beaten out on your aggressive approach options. He went for a little bit antsy of a monkey flip, and Chavez was ready with the electric wing God Fist.
Yeah, gets the banana slip, but Zenodo opting for aerial pressure there. Not going to be able to convert into a smash attack. Here is the electric, the Nair, not getting the spike downward though. Zenodo able to monkey flip towards the center stage here. You are glowing red. The rage drive is online.
Yeah, I mean, this is easily killing if it hits, but you know, that's a big if because obviously Zenodo is going to be ready for it with that banana toss, and even on the parry, it was not enough to get a punish.
Okay, it looked like Monty making the adjustments here has the lead here for this Game 3 against Doorstop, and the set is 1-1, so very competitive set we have on the top left here, the back air. Okay. Oh, try to use the up B. Oh, back-to-back up Bs here. Not going to connect, but look at this. I mean, racking up a good amount of damage is Monty.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Monty is doing an amazing job of just extending this like sort of corner pressure. It's not really an edge guard. It's more just like I have more space than you, so you have limited options. And he's doing a great job of like keeping Doorstop in the corner, forcing them to just choose options that might lead to them getting hit, but otherwise you're never getting out of the corner.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, there's the back here, and Zero Suit has the power to close out some of these stocks on the earlier side for Game & Watch. It's funny because Game & Watch, oh, man, that's going to be a stock for sure.
Yep.
But Game & Watch is extremely light, but your disadvantage isn't too bad. So there's some moments where Game & Watch can just get to that 150, 180 mark. But against Zero Suit, it can be a little harder here. But still, I mean, Monty up an entire stock in this matchup is a very big deal here.
I'm just watching the Zenodo match again, and every time Chavez moves slightly forward, Zenodo moves slightly back. It's just a great shadowing, and now Chavez is at 166%. Any big confirm here will do it, but at the same time, it's Kazuya Mishima. He can get the kill off a single touch too.
One electric could be it here. Okay, picks up the banana, just gonna immediately throw it. Zenodo just hanging out on the ledge, using that monkey flip, and that another thing that's gonna be tough for Kazuya. Oh, that should be it. Center stage, absolutely. But another thing about Kazuya as well, I mean, it's just hard to contest monkey flip, right? If you're right underneath Diddy and you're trying to chase Diddy down, right when Diddy notices that you're coming at Diddy, it's like, okay, well, you're coming towards me, I'm just going to monkey flip right over you, right? And you just don't have that mobility to keep up with that move.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, on the grounded ones, he has options for, but the aerial ones, it's tough. You don't have a chance. And now Monty is really far ahead in this game, and keeping that lead very well, 137%. Just one down air. Oh, but that
wait a
could
minute.
be it for the stock, and now Doorstop has a chance for sure.
Yeah, that was a very clean and early stock, honestly. I mean, getting that down smash around 80 or 90% right into the boost kick. So kind of keeping the stock count even, but the percentage looking a little different here. Monty with a sizable percentage lead, and see if Monty can finish the stock here, trying to go for a back air, but not quite connecting, just still tacking on little bits of damage here, but not a really big hit for the KO.
Absolutely. Up air. Okay, I mean, if this was Smash 4, maybe that's getting the kill, but in this game, it's really hard to get that cheesy up air, up B. Oh, but this could be it. No, the boost
falls out of the boost kick. That is so unfortunate. Maybe pulling it.
Did he mash out?
Too early? I'm not too sure. I could be, but man, that is unfortunate not getting the boost. That probably would have got the KO with max rage, but the back air, the turtle, is going to do the trick.
I wonder if he hit the lip of the stage. Wow. And like bounced off of it.
Yeah, that is very possible. I know for that specific confirm, it gets a little weird because you can't do it right at the edge of the stage. You have to like run off, and right as you run off, go into the boost kick.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It is a bit harder, and maybe just like getting a weird auto connect, or I mean, there's a lot of multi-hit moves just not fully connecting in this game. It's definitely nothing new to see, right? So
yeah,
man, that is unfortunate though. That is a hard confirm to hit.
ZSS players will be on Twitter saying that their character doesn't work again, like they do with their forward air. But right now, Chavez is up 2 stocks to 1 against Zenodo. Maybe has figured something out in this matchup because right now, gets the double nair, and that's it.
It's enough.
Wow. Okay. I think that
yeah.
might have just been a single nair. I don't even think the second one hit.
Yeah, I think the single nair with the rage was just like enough.
All right, sick.
Maybe caught Zenodo out of the double jump.
Oh, that might have been it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we saw the barrels, but like I was just like, oh wow. I mean, you probably just started charging like way down there to even just only make it up that high.
Yeah.
So Chavez,
2 stock,
getting on the board.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's huge.
I mean, it's Kazuya, like you said before. At any point, you can still just one-touch your opponent. So, I mean, it's a character that has really, really crazy risk reward when fighting him.
And now Monty up 2-1 here against Doorstop after clutching out with the SDI, let's just say, with that one confirm off the multi-hits on the boost kick there coming out from Doorstop. But yeah, now, I mean, look at how patient both players were. Almost a minute in, and I mean, just not even in the triple digits for anyone. You got to play this matchup at such a slow pace because your strength as Zero Suit is the range that you have. And I mean, the thing about Game & Watch is you generally don't want to be close to Game & Watch just because the up B is such a good option out of shield, right? And such a good anti-air. So a lot of just horizontal zoning coming in with these airs and the nairs. But the chair from center stage, wow, is going to be enough for Monty to get this first stock.
Yeah, Monty is seeming to like I was gonna say seeming to avoid the pitfalls of this matchup where like letting ZSS get out of his combos, letting her avoid all the things. But now, I mean, Doorstop has been really adept at finding like these stray hits which get the kill, and that's super hard to do against Game & Watch. Both these characters are like sort of like evasive in that they're hard to find like the final blow. Sometimes you can hit a couple of hits on them, but they're very much have mobility tools to get around the big ones.
Ooh, the dash attack. And one thing I know that is very important for Game & Watch in this matchup is the crouch. So I know we've seen Monty crouching quite a bit here, but Doorstop doing a really good job throwing a lot of these threats out as low to the ground as possible.
Yeah, Zare, really good tool that you can use all the way like landing on the ground, and it'll still hit that lingering hitbox that goes low versus something like a forward air is almost never going to hit a crouching Game & Watch.
Okay, there's the up B, getting the punish there. ZSS having one of the greatest like double jumps and full hops out there, so very mobile character even in the verticality here. Okay, a bunch of trading back and forth. 120 though.
Yeah, I mean both these characters are certainly able to kill at this percent, but oh wow, okay, trades with the early startup of that side B and untackable.
That's messed up.
Yeah, that is super messed up. But okay, answering right back with a Zare to bear, and now this is anyone's game. Both these players have taken stocks at early percents, but Monty has been the one taking the first stock every single time. So let's see if that'll be enough.
Okay, Nair into forward air here. Oh, and there it is again. I mean, just that anti-air, right? We talked about it. Like, you're close to me, so I can just go ahead, hit the eject button, hit that up B, and even combo off of it here. Yeah,
I mean, it seems like every single time he's off stage, there's something that Doorstop has prepared. But I'm wondering if this is going to be a situation similar to the last game where, like, all right, he finds one confirm, but it's not quite enough, and then Monty answers right back. So we'll see.
There, but okay, getting the scoop on the grab here. Can't really go for an edge guard on Game Watch, or like you can, but it's very difficult. I like the fade back there into that extremely fast jab for Zero Suit. Ooh, but here's the dash attack. This is a really messed up angle here. Not going to be able to capitalize too much off of it, but okay, Monty covering multiple options here. The forward air barely missing.
Yeah. And now the bear comes out. The turtle is here, and releasing shield a little bit too early, but is able to fight out a disadvantage with the key. And now, the key is once again out. Oh man, this is scary. This is scary for both players. They both know one more hit could do it, and All right, we have the ledge trapping. Back airs are coming out for Doorstop.
Jeez. Yeah, not even going to opt for the tech chase. I'm just going to go ahead and up B out of the situation here. Back air does connect. Offstage situation, tries to call out for the back.
Oh!
What a reversal coming out from Doorstop. Monty extending, covering the high recovery with the back air, then going for the downer to cover low, but Doorstop sneaking through and actually not only sneaking through back on the stage, but also getting the stock on the way there.
That was such an amazing activation of the flip jump kick there. I really just love the awareness and the positional knowledge there. But on the bottom screen, we have another last stock game 4 situation where we thought Zenodo was just going to run away with this one, but Chavez has been making moves here, was up 2 stocks to 1, and now has Zenodo at 90%, which means one Electro Wing God Fist into a single confirm is all it takes.
Okay, there's a forward air here, trying to get the banana, but doesn't get the slip since Chavez was caught in the air there, not going to get that slip animation this time, getting it, but just going to have to cash out for damage. And it's interesting because it is Zenodo that is attempting to make this comeback. Chavez already racked up Zenodo into the triple digits. Is that going to be enough?
No,
barely surviving.
Quite. Yeah, and that Heaven's Gate is not enough to get the job done. We still need one more hit from Chavez, but the Rage Art is active. Will the Rage Drive come out? Oh, Electro Wing God Fist into up B, and that's going to do it. Chavez taking it to game 5.
Wow.
Game 5.
We got both games on the left. Game 5 situations, and I mean, Zenodo was up 2-0 in the beginning of the set.
And they were not close.
Yeah.
Both game 1 and game 2 were really just all Zenodo all the time, and then Chavez is somehow really far ahead in these last 2 games. I'm not sure exactly how it happened, but I mean, Chavez making moves really impressive.
Yeah, Chavez getting in on the Diddy Kong. Very difficult task to do. You even notice in neutral that Zenodo, Kazuya is so slow on the ground that Zenodo sometimes can just run backwards and just pull a banana for free. And that is a huge indicator for the matchup that, oh wow, if Diddy can pull banana for free in any matchup, that's a huge plus. I'm not going to necessarily say it's a winning thing, but it is definitely a huge plus.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that makes the matchup just infinitely harder because Diddy with a banana in hand jumps 2 tiers. So it's oh,
what?
Wow.
On the platform, the electric, and just going for that charge up smash. Chavez with the lead in this game 5.
Yeah, and just gets a banana, and now, oh my god, almost ended that whole stock, and sets up again with the down smash.
The chops.
And wow, 88%. This is looking so hard for Zenodo now. I don't know what happened, but this is even Zenodo's counterpick stage, and now he is having such a difficult time finding his way through Chavez. But oh, this is going to be really hard to get out of the corner. No double jump. Is able to air dodge back though, and Zenodo is not feeling confident enough to go off stage in that position.
Yeah, that was a really tough spot to be in. You kind of noticed Chavez just had that directional air dodge after that up B was the only option. Zenodo not going to be able to finish off the edge guard, but maybe this time will.
Look at that avoidance of the banana, not falling for the Z drop, and we do have this Rage Art online. This could be a way to completely eliminate this next stock, and you got to be careful shielding. Okay, yeah, that's going to be a 3rd usage in a down tilt to knock him out of the art, and so no more Rage Drive, but still has some options here. I mean, has not gotten hit with anything big. 162%, still living, and stalls with that. Again, how does he keep getting out of the corner here? I mean, he got hit with that, but he still managed to make it all the way to the stage.
That is the one saving grace in this matchup. I feel like it is Kazuya's weight. Diddy can struggle against some of these heavier characters when you get out of that down tilt into the up smash range. So we noticed Chavez kind of getting in these positions where, okay, if I'm not getting edge guarded, well, if you're getting edge guarded, then especially by down air,
then it's hard.
Then it's really difficult. But other than that, I mean, Chavez has been able to get to that 130 to 150 mark pretty easily.
Yeah, absolutely. And trying to just use this Electro Wing God Fist, and what an answer. Got pushed off and managed to even hit a banana. Oh, but okay, last stock situation right here on the top screen. Monty is fighting for his life against Doorstop, who's on 2 stocks, gonna have to make something happen. But on this bottom screen, Chavez and Zenodo are fighting, and the down smash almost gets it. Oh, this is so tense. Zenodo shadowing here, has the banana behind, gets the slip into the flip, and now this banana taking so much stage away, but Chavez has once again been able to get to this center platform, find his way past the banana, and that dash attack could have been scary, and we see the electric, but no follow-up somehow.
Yeah,
Zenodo living to fight another day.
Okay, has control of the banana. Zenodo with the double roll there. Here's the whiff punish. You got to make it count. cannot get control of the banana just yet. Great positioning coming out from Chavez. There's the
electric
electric.
fist. Oh, he went for a whole charge, but it was this time that Zenodo was wise enough to jump out and trades. Oh my God,
man.
these Zenodo living on a prayer so often here in this matchup. And Rage Art's online. Rage Drive will definitely get it. The shield is up. Zenodo has dropped the banana, but able to reclaim some stage with it. Oh, the banana picked up by Chavez. And here is the Rage Drive. That is it. Chavez beating Zenodo.
That is so crazy. And you saw how many scrambles there were towards the end, especially under that great positioning from Chavez because the banana was out, right? But we do have this other set as well going on. Monty versus Doorstop is also Game 5. Monty getting Doorstop to the final stock, but look at this. The numbers are very, very different on the screen. 156. Monty has to be extremely careful. There's so many things you cannot get hit by, and you're even getting to that percent range where the up throw can do it regardless of DI.
Yeah, I got to ask you a question, though. Do you think Monty's a niner?
Oh, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah?
I would not put it past him. You can get like an up air or a nair into a 9 here. This is going to be the percent window or maybe a throw. Tries to go for the down smash here.
Oh, here it is!
That's going to be it! Oh my goodness!
He started that stock at 156%!
Barely got hit and was able to get the double down smash, one for the tech chase and the other for the berry. Monty knowing exactly where the win conditions were. Didn't even bring out the 9. Fantastic stuff. And we got California.
Cali baby.
California
Let's
dubs
go.
on the screen. So fantastic stuff, man. What a block. I knew this one was going to be crazy because
I was not ready for that.
Top 64, right? Top 64 with the quad stream. There's going to be so many good matches all across the board here, and it definitely delivered on all 4 screens. There's so many fantastic matchups, and I mean, of course, with the California dubs, we're both happy about that.
Of course.
That's so sick to see, but man, what a block, and I'm really liking this quad stream because you get to see so much action, right?
Absolutely. I had a great time. It was just, there was so much happening. Every time I never feel like I had a dead moment because we were always thinking about something new, talking about something new.
Right.
And it was wonderful. But that's going to be it for us for now. I'll be back later. I know you're going to be back on the main stream. I'll be back here on the quad stream in about 2 hours. So we'll see you then. Make sure to check us out on Twitter. Oh, they just disappeared. But they were here a second ago. There we are. Check us out on Twitter, and we'll see you soon. Thank you so much.